are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 394. We got a lot going on today. We'll be talking about this baseball playoffs winding down. We got NFL and college picks to make. We got coaches firings to discuss, player signings, and it's a lot more. It's been a busy week in sports. Winding down October, we got all three sports in full effect: baseball, basketball, and football. College football too. So join us as we break down the week's top topics today. Episode 394. Join your boys. Let's go, baby.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show featuring Coach Patrick Thomas. Red and Coach are coming to you live from the ATL.
Shouting.
Rev is coming to you live from the East Coast. We come to give you real sports talk because we are real sports fans. Who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real
sports knowledge.
So hang out with your boys, Red, and Coach for episode 394 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, we now turn our numbers attention to our residential numerologist, Coach Patrick Thomas, to give us something or someone dealing with the three digits, 3, 9, and 4. What do you have for us, Coach?
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me tell you something. These numbers now dedicated to the big men in the trenches, the big defensive players, and this one guy, 5-time Super Bowl champion, one of the baddest defensive players in the league, who revolutionized the position and who does a lot in the community. He 3-time All-Pro, should have been more, but hey, his team, the 49ers and the Cowboys, he did his thing. And I'm talking about number 94, Big Charles Haley, number 94 in your record books. Charles Haley.
Charles Haley. That's a good one. Former 49er and Dallas Cowboy. In that documentary that was done on Netflix with the Cowboys, he was in that documentary. Definitely added a lot to it and the entertainment value to it. So, red thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right. Good one, Coach. We appreciate that contribution on today.
Yes.
All right. Let's welcome Reverend Night Nation. They are the ones who help us stay true to make sure we're doing what we need to do, but also they bring a lot of laughter and enjoyment to the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. So let's see who we got. What's going on, Winston from the eye test? He's chatting. Smash, like that button. Y'all are share. Appreciate you, Winston. As always, the VP is in the building. Ready to slam down the gavel to begin another fire session of the Red and Red Sports Show. And what I'm glad I didn't read is that he's not going to be with us just for a short period of time. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you for the whole Red and Red Sports Show experience on today. We appreciate you, Mr. VP. All right, gentlemen. The VP said Charles Haley was a beast, straight up monster, and amen to that.
Amen
to that.
Predator.
Before we go into our first segment, we want you to please like and share. Please like and share. Who knows, your share might be the share that may bring somebody else into the Reverend Night Nation. And as I tell my church each Sunday, I will never ask you to do something I'm not willing to do. So let me go ahead on and do my job sharing the Red and Rev Sports Show on today. All right. The VP said, I'm here, baby. The whole Red and Rev Sports Show. We appreciate that, sir. We definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
And we know that we got to be on our P's and Q's. And if Jerome Case comes on, he's going to have to be on his spelling because the VP again. All right.
And Rev, we're glad he survived his 31st year reunion.
Yes, 31st class reunion. Not the 30th, but the 31st. They're doing a new thing in South Carolina. They're celebrating the odd years, not the milestone years. Happy 31st, Mr. VP. That might be his new nickname, 31. All right, gentlemen, let's go into these dope, nope, and cope moments for this week. Coach, let's start with you. What you got?
My dope moment goes to one Rico Dowdle, who told the Cowboys, buckle up, I'm coming. He didn't hide it. He didn't try to sugarcoat it. He said, buckle up, I'm coming. And like Dak said, Cowboys didn't buckle up. and got 200 plus yards put on him. So I'm gonna go with Rico Dowdle for the Carolina Panthers, who said what he was gonna do, and he did it without a doubt.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Red, what do you have, sir?
I'm doping on one. Shohei Ohtani. I mean, dude. I mean, his performance last night in that World Series. I mean, NLCS clinching game 4. I mean, what else can you say about a guy who goes out and strike out 10 batters and then hit 3 home runs? I mean, did you even need your teammates, Shohei? Because those 3 home runs would have been enough to beat the Brewers, who bats just went completely silent. So we'll talk more about that when we talk about our baseball recaps. But dope to Shohei. What an awesome performance in NLCS clinching game on the mound and at the plate. Dope.
Oh, yeah.
He's angry.
Coach, I'm sorry I'm going to have to do this to you, but I got a dope on Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco getting traded from the Browns to the Bengals in 10 days. He develops chemistry with Jamar Chase. Thank you, sir, because I need Chase to wake up on my fantasy team. And he threw for 342 yards, 3 touchdowns. And here's the real number. No interceptions as the Bengals beat coaches Steelers, who are having a good season, but they fell short a little bit on Thursday, 33-31. In, as someone deemed it, the Unk fest, with both of the quarterbacks being 40-plus years old. So big ups to Joe Flacco, not flaking, but he was raking the yards this past Thursday.
Joe Flacco.
Red, what are you noping on?
I'm noping on a few NFL GMs. And really the last 4 NFL GMs who had the number 1 pick, last 4 QBs taking number 1 overall have seen their head coach fired during their rookie campaign. Not the sophomore campaign, not third year and fourth year. The rookie campaign. Last 4 number 1 picks taken, their head coach has been up out of there during their first season. And to me, that is just bad GMing right there. I mean, because we all know when you start to build a team, you want your coach, your GM, and definitely your number 1 pick all on the same page, especially if they're the quarterback. Quarterback, GM, coach, all 3 need to be on the same page. Well, obviously, the last 4 years, the coach, the GM, and the quarterback have been on all different pages. And this is bad for the Texans, the Panthers, the Bears, and the Titans. Now, maybe the Jags and the Bears can overcome this, but maybe, I mean, a little Bryce Young with Cam too, but down in Carolina. But I don't see Cam Ward. Man, it might take a few miracles to get that kid back on track down there in Tennessee. But we'll see. I mean, we already got to talk about what happened earlier this week. But last 4 rookie QBs have all seen their head coach by, and that ain't good, especially when you're trying to start off good, start off in a good system and build some chemistry, and you already got dysfunction your first year. Not good, fellas. Not good. All this dysfunction. Nope.
All righty. I am noping on the Milwaukee Brewers. You can't have the best record in major leagues and get swept in the NLDS. At least win one. Come on now. Can't get swept. Can't get the broom special on you. But not surprised that the Dodgers beat you. But goodness, getting swept. Got to do better, Brewers. Got to do better. Coach, what are you noping on?
My note moment goes to one Carson DeAndre Beck. I gave him a middle name, DeAndre, for reverting back to his old ways and live TV. Nobody else watching the other game on. And you went out there against Louisville, who have a good team and show that you might not be ready for this playoff that you eventually gonna get in, and you threw not one, not two, not three, but 4 interceptions, including in the game.
Still there, Coach? All right. Obviously, he got frozen. So whoever he was noping on, somebody didn't want to hear what he had to say. All right. I'm going to remove him. I'm going to go on with the coat.
All right.
I want to make this disclaimer before I coat. I really love the Lord. I really love the Lord. With that being said, I'm coping with the fact that I'm in the wrong profession. I need to be in a profession where I can get fired and still make $60 million. Still make $71 million like Jimbo Fisher and $60 million like James Franklin. Goodness gracious, great ball of money. All this money to these guys who all they have to do is wake up, be alive and well, and that direct deposit is going to hit with millions of dollars. So I'm coping with the fact I'm in the wrong profession, jokingly. I'm definitely in the right profession, but I sure would love to be in a profession.
Rev, you're a little chopping up a little bit.
All right. I don't know if that's on your end or my end, because I'm looking at the feed right on it. I'm loving the fact that I do what I do, but I wouldn't mind being in a profession where all I do is wake up and still be able to get my direct deposit. All right, nevertheless, that's what I'm coping with. Yeah, you're a little fuzzy duzzy, Brett. You look better now. Do we have you back, Coach?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you want to finish up your note and then go into the coat, go ahead.
Well, my note was on Carson Jerome Beck, who reverted back to his old days and decided I ain't throwing enough interceptions this year. So I guess I'll start today. Last night by throwing by throwing 4 last night, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 against Louisville, who got a great team, and ended up with the loss, dropping Louisville, who was up in the top 3. They're gonna take a nosedive. So hey, they're gonna keep going. And my coat moment goes out to my hometown, where the town near my hometown, Leland, Mississippi, who tried to pick up the pieces again from last week's tragedy. And they actually played a game and they won the football game, and they coping with the loss of family members and friends in that tragedy of shooting. So I'm going to give them my coat moment for picking up the pieces and playing a game and coming out on top against the rival last night.
All right. Red, what are you coping with?
Let me see which one of these I'm going to go with. I guess I'll cope with Mike Trout. Mike Trout should be coping with how dumb he should feel when he watches Shohei Ohtani go off in the playoffs year after year after year. Mike, for whatever loyalty you trying to show the Anaheim Angels, I have no idea. I think we're going to look back in sports and this is one of the dumbest things a player ever did, was stay on the losing team and the losing franchise this long in his career. I mean, a great player, but nobody will never know it, Mike Trout, because you're just going to stay in Anaheim with the Los Angeles Angels your whole career. You need to be smart like Shohei and say, man, this team right here ain't going nowhere. I love the LA area, but I don't like losing. So Trout, you should have been requested a trade. If you like LA so bad, you could have been told them to send you to the Dodgers. If you like the hot weather so bad, well, I don't know the Florida teams you want to play for, but still, dude, you basking along with the Angels is just awful, 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 and you should feel like pure crap looking at your old teammate Shohei Ohtani just getting all the postseason love while you still hanging around with that losing franchise, and eventually it's just gonna be a loser player. But you'll go to the Hall of Fame right one day because you just putting up some great numbers. But that's all it is, dude. Nothing but empty, meaningless numbers. Mike Trout coping with an empty, meaningless, but Hall of Fame career.
All right. And the crazy thing about that is they were once teammates.
I know that's what I'm saying. Why you sitting here? I'm saying you still here. He left you going to win while you still struggling in Anaheim. You could have went to Phillies years ago. He could have been with the Phillies with his boy Bryce Harper. Matter of fact, Bryce thought Trout was going to join him in Philadelphia. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, maybe he didn't want the pressure. Who knows?
I'm starting to think that's what it is. They got to be because most players would have been got out that situation right there.
Yeah, especially if you want to be a champion for sure. The VP said about being called 31, we encroached on the 30th year reunion.
Encroached.
We know a lot of folks too funny. All right. The coach's corner said dope basketball is back.
Right. Dope.
Winston Thornton doping on Shohei, having arguably the best Major League Baseball game of all time last night. The coach's corner, noping onto the Ice Age character. Walking
Lord. Oh, my.
Good morning to you, Sister Sylvia Jones-Harris, a.k.a. Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Why was Flacco a busy in Cleveland? Not sure about that one. He just got traded from Cleveland. A bust in Cleveland?
I guess so.
I wouldn't necessarily say he was a bust, but he did have a few good games last year. But this year, who knows?
Yeah.
The VP said dope on the Louisville Cardinal, exposing that glass trash bag known as Carson Beck. Somebody please check on Prime Minister Maurice third.
Coach, that's who messed up your signal early. It was Maurice because he on there talking about this.
Yeah. Coach got me with the bus. Thank you for the correction. Winston says noping on Aaron Rodgers' body language during Thursday night football, a real lack of leadership and almost getting to fighting with the teammate that was just trying to celebrate. Now, no. Project Jones, Georgia boy, tackle that man.
Tackle him.
Come on.
Yeah, Winston, you stepping out now.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has had some bad teammate moments, but he had every right. Because the way Broderick Jones tackled him is the way somebody would try to tackle him trying to sack him. So Broderick Jones was wrong. Matter of fact, I was going to play the film, but I forgot about putting it on the screen because that was going to be my note moment about Broderick Jones literally tackling his quarterback in the midst of a celebration. Come on. We got to give Aaron Rodgers back. It was hilarious, but the way he tackled him, Aaron Rodgers could have been out for the season.
Yeah.
The coach's court is coping that my bird's not going to be able to pass down the field due to no speed. At wide receiver, Sister Harris is doping on basketball season is upon us and boring season is almost over. I didn't know football season was boring.
Baseball.
Yeah, I got it. The VP said, I think Flacco is thriving in Cincy because the Doodoo Brown culture is off. They continue to Cleveland as we expect them to do. The Winston said he's coped with James Franklin getting $50 million just to put his feet on his couch at home. Told y'all my Ducks was going to be the start to him getting fired. And then the Ducks came back and lost the following week.
Right. So who cares about the Ducks? Nobody care about the sorry Ducks.
Sister Harris coping with Coach Field's high school football team undefeated record has come to an end without outstanding quarterback's broken ankle. Very sad. Yeah, that is sad. Jerome Case, what's up, brother? He's dope in Colorado beating their first top 25 team. He's noping on the entire FSU football coaching staff. They need to be fired today. The VP has been on the steel drapes, the steel shawl, the steel blankets, the steel cloaks. I think he's talking about your team, coach. The steel curtain didn't show up. Just one stop, and they win the game.
No, not just one.
Jerome is coping with the fact that watching the Cleveland Browns management waste rookie Shedeur Sanders' career. It's not the management, it's the head coach. The management wanted Shedeur. The head coach did. So that's what you're dealing with right there, because the head coach wanted Gabriel. That's why they got him in the 3rd round. The management wanted Shedeur in the 5th round. So we're in a tug of war between the head coach and management, and we pretty much know management will ultimately win out if they choose to.
They were not winning, man. Stephen Kofeski looking like a moron. Just a big dummy.
Red, I'm sure you got some satisfaction out of this one. Don't tell on yourself. Angel Reese had them cakes out there in that Victoria's Secrets fashion show. I'm surprised I didn't see that in one of your stories.
You weren't looking hard enough, real.
Oh, okay. I figured that's up your lane right there. So I know you were front and center on that one. Jerome K said, hey, Rev, Flacco did everything he could to get himself tossed out of Cleveland. He's a smart man. So you said he was fixed on why he got out of Cleveland.
He ready to roll.
Hey, if that's what happened, he is smart.
For facts. Because Cleveland's a train wreck. Winston says if Aaron Rodgers' knees were stronger, he wouldn't have that problem.
Winston, hold it, Winston. Are you out of your mind? Winston, you used to have some very clear thoughts, but now you sounding very ridiculous. A close to 300-pound man jumping on a quarterback's back and thinking he's supposed to have some strong knees. Come on, Winston, you better than that, dog. Come on.
Actually, not, but we'll keep going. He's an Oregon fan, coach. That should tell you everything.
There's some more comments in the chat about Angel Reese, and we're not going to go to those comments. We get the gist, all right? The VP coping, the good old double standard Jackson Dart being lauded as a confident, cocky leader, but when Sander does it, I digress. And I'm surprised you didn't put sounds by White. Morning to you, bro, Tony said it's been a great week to be a Falcon this week. All right.
Boy, this dude is obsessed with the Falcons, man.
Tony said Flacco is the woman with the traveling pants, goes everywhere. Winston said this, Coach. Rodgers needs to do some body squats.
Okay. You're like Oregon need to do some winning squats. Nah, you keep on talking.
Coach, they ain't won now one national championship, and you been acting like they all won about 2 or 3. Me and your team, USC, UGA, we got our rings, baby. Where Oregon rings at, Winston? Oh, okay.
All right. I think the VP added his classic sounds about White. I hit enter button too soon. I got you. Tony said Falcon to the end, my friend. He ain't apologized. All right. Well, we already know where this college football review will start with. James Franklin, the coach at Penn State, who went to Penn State at a tumultuous time in Penn State history, gets canned just a few months after taking his team to the championship game in the college playoff. He loses 3 straight. Oregon, bad losses to UCLA, and ultimately Northwestern at home cost him his job. Let's do a classic case, gentlemen, of fair or foul that James Franklin was fired. Again, fair or foul, James Franklin was fired. Coach, I'm going to start with you, sir. Once I can get this banner up. James Franklin was fired. What said you, Coach?
No Farrell here. I usually come with the Farrell, but he can't get it because of one thing. Numbers don't lie. 4-25 against those top teams. That's not going to be good for you, brother James. You play the top teams and you don't do well. You murder the Slavs and the Jonesboro Techs of the NCAA, but when it comes down to the Ohio States and the big boys, you let everybody down. And Happy Valley was Unhappy Valley when they put all that white on and got beat down the other day. And then you lose to Northwestern. That's one of the teams you're supposed to take to the woodshed. You had a returning team coming back, and you supposed to do your damage, but you did nothing. So, sorry, James. I know you got a nice little payout, but like people say wrong all the time, and I'll say it wrong for you. Instead of sorry for your loss, sorry for your lost.
Red, it's on you. Fair or foul? James Franklin was fired.
Fair. Absolutely fair. Now look, when you have these rank teams or teams that have championship pedigree, eventually you're gonna have to win one of the big games. Now I'm not even talking about a national championship for James. I'm just talking about, dude, your record versus top, just overall good teams as a whole, it's awful. Dude, you never were over the hump. Just look at his record, y'all, versus these ranked teams. Record against top 15 teams, 15-30. Record against top 10 teams, 4-21. Record against top 5 teams, 1-15. I mean, James, the better the team is, the more trouble you're gonna have. Now, yeah, you could live your coach's career beating up the cupcakes of the world, but not at Penn State. If you were coaching one of these mid-tier programs or one of these lower programs that didn't have expectations every season, high expectations, or if you weren't following a legend in Joe Paterno, maybe you have a longer leash, a little more leeway, but still, dude, even if you one of these lower ranked programs, when we look at your record versus good teams, even they might have gotten sick of this right here. Because let's say you was at Fort Valley or Clark, and then your record against your rival was 4-21, 1-15. I mean, if you losing to Fort Valley's rival every year, Clark Atlanta's rival every year, I mean, Rev, you know how they change coaches in Division III and those HBCU schools. James Franklin probably wouldn't even have lasted at an HBCU school as long as he lasted at Penn State. So to say his firing is anything but fair when we all know what the expectations are, especially for a coach of his caliber and coaching at a school like Penn State, nothing foul about it. Dude, you win, you either produce or you get replaced, especially these top tier programs. If Kirby Smart was 15-30 against top 15 teams, 4-21 against top 10 teams, and 1-15 against top 5 teams, do you honestly think he would have the job security at UGA that he has now? Absolutely not. And you know me, Rev, and even Rev, we probably saying, dude, you can't get over the hump. This is your record against good games. UGA needs to make a change. Well, it ain't UGA, it's Penn State, and they did make a change. Completely fair. Sorry, James Franklin, you're a good guy, man, and I'm sure you'll land on your feet. You might even get another coaching job, but a high octane program, a high value program. There you go, your coach. Love that word. Great value. Yeah, I'm gonna use coaching word. A great value program like Penn State. No, my brother. No, these type of records against top 10 teams is not good enough, not even close to being good enough, and the boosters and the fans are not satisfied. See you when I see you, James.
All right, let's see what Reverend Nation says. The VP says fair. Like Coach Patrick Willie Thomas said,
Willie,
numbers don't lie. 4-25 against top 25 opponents. It's not going to cut it. Just win against those opponents. You're not winning the Natty anytime soon. Just make the boosters proud to dump money in the coffers. My goodness. Alexis Hill, welcome to the show, sir. He said it was fair. Obviously, especially with the $49 million lotto. Was he the longest tenured black coach over a major program? I believe so.
Not anymore. Mm-hmm.
Especially D1. Well, made big Power 5. Because, Eddie Robinson stayed at Grambling forever. All right, so that's a D1 program. Jerome K said, "Foul." Franklin wasn't light enough to stay long enough. He's going racial.
Yeah, he was. And he won.
His state is just mid-tier. During this era, top players are not trying to play in those mid uniforms in Amish country. The coach's corner said, yeah, it was fair. He deserves it because, hey, Sark got the entire state of Texas on his head, and he nowhere near the record. You lose when you should win, that's the boot. Or you lose when you should win, that's the boot. All right.
Good take, Coach.
Let me say this. I think this is one of the first firings that was Neil-driven.
The Neil?
Neil-driven. And this is the reason why I say that. When the booster said, we won't fund that collective if James Franklin's still there, that's when they said, adios, amigos.
Yeah.
Because if the collectives weren't involved back in the day, he would still be there just coming off being in the national championship game a few months ago. And they would have just said, we'll give him the summer or next season to get it right before we ask. But with this Neil money, the transfer portal, all of that stuff coming in, I think they had to do what they had to do to save the recruits that they want to pay to come to Penn State next year. Matter of fact, we got to get a kid here in Coatesville who had committed to Penn State, but now has reopened his recruitment. So there were a lot of dominoes that took place, and a lot of those dominoes were the color green. And that's why things were done the way it had to be done. Winston.
I forgot he was in the championship game. Man, he was missing.
Yeah. That was just in January.
Right, man.
This year.
God, this year. Yeah, they definitely behind the scenes going on real. Somebody had
money collected. No doubt about it. Winston said it's fair when you're coaching a prestigious university standing stagnant. You're stagnant. It's less than winning natties. Then they're going to get rid of you. Losing to an unranked team was it. 2 unranked teams might have had. People said Jerome and Franklin was more lighter. He wouldn't have been non-melanated.
For real.
I think his hue allowed him to be there longer than he should have been. Jerome says Red Franklin followed Bill O'Brien, not Paterno. That's correct.
That's right.
The coach's corner said, you're right, Rev. That's why Sark won't be here long. Boosters weren't happy last year with the Bum Quinn situation. And this year, calling horrible games. Neil will rule good schools. That they will. That's a great point. No doubt about it. All right. Red, real quickly. Your thoughts about your dogs last week? Beating Kentucky.
Beating Kentucky, it was expected. I mean, we had to bounce back from that Alabama. Was it Kentucky we played last week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was somebody else, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we had to bounce back real about after that Alabama loss. Like I
You're
say,
right. My bad. I'm sorry, Red. It was Auburn. Auburn.
oh
Big
yeah,
game.
okay, okay, all right. Mm. Yeah, they played us. They played us tough. They played us tough. I'm trying to remember how the game actually went. I remember
Well, the
they
big
played us tough.
controversy was the time that Auburn could have gone up 17-zip. They called the fumble.
Right, the fumble. That's right, that fumble. And to me, yeah, that fumble was the one that got us back in this game. Cause man,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, because that was going to be 17-0, and I'm not even sure it was a fumble. I mean, to me, it was neck and neck. It could have
It was
went
a
either
bang
way.
bang play. Bang bang play.
Yeah, it was bang bang. It was bang bang right on there, and like I say, I'm not gonna be upset that it went Georgia's way because honestly, it got us back in the game and probably helped us win this game because Auburn was in our butts early on. But after that fumble, we went down, put some points up on the board. Our defense, second half, like I say, man, Glenn Schumann, I don't know what it is about the first half. Glenn Schumann, dude, you just be over there looking like Winston said, just looking stagnant, man. And then after halftime, I don't know what Kirby get in your butt or something, or does Kirby just take over the play calling? Because second half, we come out and just shut teams out. And why can't we start off the game like this? I don't understand these stagnant starts. I mean, the offense can't get going, the defense let teams just drive down the field and put points up on us. But yeah, we came out victorious. But man, going forward, and the teams we still got to play, this is not a winning formula right here. And then with what we got to play today and going forward, like I said, we got Georgia Tech and some of these other teams that's been playing well. These slow starts leave a lot to be desired, and I am not a fan of. And I hate to say this, I'm knocking on wood. I just hope this don't cost us down the road.
Yeah, I totally agree. These slow starts, when you're not uber talented in comparison to the other team.
Correct.
Like
this team, the defensive line, the sack pressure.
Really, so help me out, Red.
All right.
I'm looking at this Georgia squad. Is there anybody on the team, starter, that you look at and just say, man, he's a can't miss prospect rather in the NFL?
Maybe one, and that's the guy we don't go to that much. The guy we got from coach's team. But he doesn't get enough.
Oh, Branch.
Yeah, Zachariah Branch. But we don't get enough touches during the game. If anything, if that's the guy you paid, if you went to go to USC and get, why don't we feature him? Let's put the ball in his hands. Let's give him at least 10 to 15 touches a game, and let's see what he can do. Also, real to my thing, these receivers to me are our best assets right now, but we don't give them enough touches. The Kobe kid that just came back, the Thomas kid, the big tall Thomas kid that we got in the off season. To me, but the fact is, our quarterback is not that type of guy to spread the ball around the field. He's a one read and run type of guy. Now, the one on the bench, he can spread the ball around the field. But then again, he's not as mobile as Stockton. So, I mean, you get something, but then you missing something. Like I say, Gunner gives you mobility. Don't turn the ball over. Pretty solid game, managing the game. But Puglisi on the bench, he could spread the ball around and get it to your playmaker. The guy we coming in next year can do both. But oh man, it's just like
this Georgia team is average in comparison to past Georgia teams.
Yes, and I think we got spoiled with the talent that we had. Because you're right, the talent we got right now.
And here's the reality, Red. Kirby may not. Don't hit me for this. Don't hate me for this. may not win another national championship. And this is why I say that. When he was winning the chip before the transfer portal, before the NIL collective, what he was good at was recruiting and stockpiling talent.
NIL.
With NIL, you can't stockpile talent anymore because those guys that would normally come in as a freshman, wait till their turn as sophomores and juniors, they'll go somewhere else and get paid to play somewhere else. So now that's going to work against Kirby because Kirby flourished off growing players in his program who weren't ready when they first got there, but then they became studs by their junior and senior years. And you're going to be seeing fewer of those type players staying at Georgia because they'll be coerced to go somewhere else because of the money. So I know you didn't like that comment, Red, but as Coach said, stay tuned.
I got to hear it out. You know, it's not a comment.
I want Georgia to keep winning. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Georgia guy.
Oh.
But I got to look at what it is. And when Kirby doesn't have great talent, it's very rare that he outcoaches somebody. Typically, he has more talent than the other team. And now that the talent's spread out, it's up in the air.
And then the way he keeps neglecting the quarterback position, like I say, that's not going to help him. Dude, that's the one position you need to be recruited majorly at is your quarterback. You got to have a quarterback in there, Kirby.
Yeah.
These Gunners, like the Gunner Stocktons and the Stetson Bennett, with the way it's set up now, it's going to be hard for them guys to win it all.
Yeah, I agree. The coach's corner said they actually should have lost. No shade, but AU scored. Alexa said the ref cheated for UGA. They should have lost.
Yeah, now that was a lot going on. I can't lie, man. Kirby was doing we were doing a lot of bull crap last week, Rev, and got away with it. That timeout that Kirby
we're gonna get to that, Red. Hold on, Red. We're gonna get to that. That ball broke the play. UJ got a gift because that game would have been over if Auburn was rewarded that TD. Squeaking by isn't going to cut it against better teams. Here we go, Red. To what you were saying. Bro said that the nonsense clapping versus timeout that was and wasn't.
How he got away with that, I have no idea. But see, that when I knew some crap was going on.
Well, I'm going to say the clapping one was more egregious than the touchdown because nobody can definitively say with the natural eye, you can see that ball cross the plane before the defender knocked the ball out of his hands. It was literally bang, bang. Nobody could just say it was definitive that they could see that he had control of the ball when he crossed the plane. So that's debatable. But the clapping thing was egregious. I have to go there. That was because Kirby was definitely called a timeout, and he just outwitted the side official. And that's where his pedigree of being a champion kicked in and got him that call right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it was. They gave Kirby a call because of who he was. Had that been James Franklin, quote unquote, that been James Franklin, he wouldn't have got that call. They would say, James, get your butt back to the sideline and get out of my face. No, You're not getting the call.
Dante, who's a ride or die Auburn fan, he said, man, it took me a few days to get over that game.
Oh, that's why you've been so quiet, Dante. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were feeling bad. I thought you were just sick or something.
So Coach said, yeah, Rev, they released the video and picked both showing he broke it. I just can't see it as definitive. It's in the eye of the beholder. Why have the tech and not use? They had the tech, and nobody could just honestly, come on now. It's all in the eye of the beholder. Because it was literally bang, bang. He should protect the ball. And that wouldn't have been a problem. Dante said, I agree with you, Rev. At least the TD could have gone the other way. But that non-timeout mess was bogus. And that was true. That's true.
We with you on that, Dante.
Yeah, the timeout was more egregious than the TD. I don't know if it's just that cut and dry about the TD. I think it matters with whose side you on. You see it a certain way, but it was not, in my eyes, that crystal clear, and it was not indisputable evidence, and therefore they had to go with the call on the field. Period.
And real, like I say, I'm a Georgia Kirby guy, but even that time, that timeout shenanigans, that made me mad. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I mean, God, that was making me mad. I'm a Georgia fan, so yeah. I don't know what Kirby was doing there.
Jerome said Georgia was stockpiling talent on the bench, sending players to JUCO to hide and get their grades up. Now players don't have to sit because of them. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. And Dante laughing out loud at you, Red. I just arrived. He said, so in other words, he said, I'm here.
I got you. Yeah. Now you here. Now. had to get over a few days. James Franklin, they got him up on College Game Day, man.
Oh, he's gonna get paid. He talks well. He knows the game. He's gonna be a good analyst.
Yeah, he
might want to just transition into a second career, but there are a lot of jobs that are gonna be open that he's gonna get consideration.
Me too, bro. I'm with you. I wish he just stay up there on the desk, just talk about the game and take the pressure off yourself. Because man, James, I'd rather listen to you talk football than watch you coach football.
He got 50 million reasons to stay in the booth.
Right.
50 million reasons. All right, gentlemen, let's go into these picks.
Yeah.
You got 4 good games. All 4 of the games are dealing with ranked teams. And, Coach, before we go there, let's welcome your team to the top 25, Coach, your boys. What's up, Coach? I'm going to put you on full screen. Tell us how you really feel, Coach. Is Lincoln Riley doing the job?
Well, his defensive coordinator is doing the job. I mean, Lincoln has always had a good offense. It's the defense that had to step up. They score points, but they give up points. And now they seemingly have found a defense that's not all the way there. They still got some kinks, but their secondary is balling this year. So with a combination this year, that means that they can actually do some things instead of giving up scoring 40, giving up 50. So we'll see. It's so far so good. Hiccup against Illinois, but other than that.
Well, Coach, we'll see if they are for real because they play 2 top 25 teams these next 2 weeks. Let's get into these picks, gentlemen. Let me give y'all some good picks music as we go into the picks. And if everything goes well, I'll have your standings up next week. Yes, right. We'll have your standings up. All right, here we go. We're going to start with Utah versus BYU, the Utah Classic going on in Utah. Rivalry week in Utah. Coach, I'll start with you. And Reverend Night Nation, feel free to join in by typing in who you think is going to win these games. Who got Coach BYU at home or Utah?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with BYU. And one reason I'm going with BYU because they have the greatest quarterback name in history, baby. The great Bear Bachmeier. And the man's name is Bear. That means he's going to do some things. And he's had a pretty good season, but Dampier for Utah has stepped in and finally they got a new quarterback. They've had the same quarterback for years, but I'm going to go with BYU since they're at home. They're undefeated and at home. I'm going to go with them.
Coach has BYU. Who you rolling with, Red?
I'm going to go with Utah in the upset. I'm not too sold on BYU. I know they're at home, but Utah, to me, is a better team. They just had it one loss. BYU, other than Arizona, they really ain't played nobody. But and then they beat up on Colorado, but I like Utah. I think I'm gonna go with Utah. Besides, I like that win against Arizona State last week. They really put the beat down on them. And then they got another good win against West Virginia. To me, Utah wins are better than BYU's wins. So I'm gonna go with Utah in the upset, conference upset on the road. Come on, Utah, give me these points.
Back at you, Red. USC or Notre Dame?
Oh man, this is a good one right here.
Mine and Notre Dame is at home.
Notre Dame at home?
Yes, sir.
Well, Freeman. It's Freeman, right? Marcus Freeman.
Yep. Notre Dame coach.
Get that name right. Notre Dame should win this game. I mean, they at home. To me, they got the better team. Like you say, coach said on the one side of the ball is really thriving for his team. So I'm gonna go with Notre Dame to represent the home field over a rival. I think this may be one of the last times they play each other too. But I'm definitely gonna take Notre Dame over coach's team who just arrived in the top 25. You don't even seem that excited about it, so I'm not gonna be that excited about it. I'm gonna take Notre Dame.
Coach, I know who you're picking, but tell us why.
You got two kind of equal quarterbacks, Malava and Carr for Notre Dame. They dueling it out pretty good. And two factors with this game. Number one, can USC stop Jeremiah Love? Because Love is big time on the run. He scored a bunch of touchdowns. And on the other side, can Notre Dame stop Mekhi Lemon, the wideout for USC, who seems to be setting the world on fire? Who got 6 touchdowns and 44 receptions. So, and I'm torn, Rev, because I hate to see Marcus Freeman go out on a show and don't get to the NCAA playoffs. I'd like to see him in the playoffs, but if they lose this game, he's done. That's 3 losses, and I don't think there's any comeback from that. So unfortunate for him, I gotta go. I'm gonna stay with USC because right now, like I said, looking pretty good. Had that one hiccup with that last minute field goal. I won't talk about that, but I'm going USC.
Not surprising, Coach. Not surprising.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, let's see what Revenant Nation talking about. The Coach's Corner said, I got BYU over Utah. The VP, I'm sorry. The VP said this should be the whitest game of the college football weekend. Sounds about white because it is, LOL. And you didn't even pick nobody. Winston said Utah upset, going with Red. Red influencing people. Got Alexis talking about Utah by 3. Man, the VP said, I got the Utes over BYU.
All right.
So Coach right now is in the minority.
That's all right. BYU got the bear.
Alexis said Notre Dame by 3. Coach Corner said Notre Dame by 7. Winston throwing Notre Dame. USC coming to the top 25 and gets bounced expeditiously. Jerome said, I got the Mormons over the Utes, so he rolling with Coach. VP said the Blurry should take this one. Send the 3-pack of Trojans back to Los Angeles. Jerome K said, I love USC, but I'm going for Notre Dame. I'm rooting for the black man.
Yeah,
all right, let's move on. We got an SEC battle. Matter of fact, 3 of them today. LSU versus Vanderbilt. This game's in Nashville, Coach. Who do you have?
I don't care if they played in deepest, darkest Baton Rouge. I'm still going for Vanderbilt. I will never cheer for LSU. I don't care what circumstances. They could be playing the worst team in the country. I'm still going against them. I will reiterate my Brian Kelly is a joke because he will not get to the national championship. He won't even get to the playoffs this year. Vanderbilt.
Ray, you going with that Vanderbilt pick? Or are you still mad at them because they came up short against Alabama?
Yeah, I'm still
Continue
mad
on,
at
right?
him. But yeah, I'm mad at him, but I'm gonna still take him in. I don't hate Brian Kelly as much as Coach hate him, but I don't really believe in him because he don't had too many choke jobs, too many disappointing losses, and like I say, he ain't in the Big Ten or he ain't at Notre Dame no more. He in the SEC, and I think Vanderbilt. I think my boy Diego Pavia. Instead of talking trash against Alabama last week, you should have talked trash against Brian Kelly. Now you'll be ready for them at home. They'll be ready. Let's go, Vanderbilt.
So we have two Vanderbilts on to the next SEC matchup. Red, tell us why you taking Tennessee over Alabama.
Man, I'm not even sure. I'm gonna take Tennessee, real. I was thinking about it. Man, I want to take Tennessee over Alabama, real, but like I say, I already know what we did to Aguilar at home when he came to our home. No, we went up there. Matter of fact, I saw what we did to Aguilar at their home. We went up there to beat him. And now you going against an Alabama team that beat my boys? I don't know. I have to see it to believe it. If we can't beat them, I ain't gonna think pick Tennessee to beat them. So Bama.
Coach, who you got, Bama or Tennessee?
Bama. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be a blowout, but I think this is Ryan Williams, the young kid, wide receivers coming out part of this game. He's been kind of sluggish this year. And again, Simpson doesn't turn the ball over. That's for sure. He got 16 TDs and 1 interception. He doesn't turn the ball over. I'm gonna go with Alabama at home.
Alabama at home. This takes us to our last college game for this week. Reds, Georgia Bulldogs against Coach's home state.
No. Nope.
They are in your home state.
I thought you were gonna say I don't give him no credit. I don't recognize Ole Miss.
Well, I didn't say Coach's team. I said his home state team.
Okay.
Ole
All
Miss.
right, Red. Yes,
man. We got to find out the inside story on why you got this Ole Miss trauma. So we'll talk about that.
You really want me to tell you?
If you can do it in 20 seconds.
I can do it in 20 seconds. They treated a black team wrong, a high school team that came to them for a recruiting visit. That's why.
Okay.
I got no love for them.
So, Coach, from a football perspective, who has the better team in your opinion?
Georgia does, but that boy with the great name Trinidad Chambliss is coming up and has taken the place of the other kid, Samuel. I forgot his name, but he's taking his place in a big way. And I'm gonna give it to Georgia because Chambliss has never played in front of a crowd this hostile before and this loud. And I don't know if that got something to do with his psyche or not, or his overall development, but he's gonna face a loud crowd, especially Ole Miss undefeated, and Georgia got to get a notch in their belt by beating an undefeated Ole Miss team. So I'm gonna go with Georgia.
Red, why are you rolling with Georgia?
Say that again, Red.
Why are you rolling with Georgia over Ole Miss?
Because they're my team. We at home. It's time we make a statement game against the top SEC school. Now, Coach is right. This Trinidad kid, Chambliss, is really doing wonders at Ole Miss, especially for the first 5 games. But we got to get this game. We got to get this game. After losing to Alabama, all of these, to me, are must-win games now. We have got to show the world, even though what you said, Rev, Kirby might be his own worst enemy going down the stretch. But we still got, we are Georgia, and we got to do whatever we got to do. We are still alive for the national championship until we ain't alive no more. Ole Miss coming to our house, and we got to let the dogs out, baby. Come on. Let's show them what these dogs do at Stanford Stadium. We coming to Stanford Stadium. Trinidad, like Coach said, that atmosphere, we don't know how his kid going to perform in an atmosphere like that. And like I say, we got to make a statement game. After Alabama, we got to get back and show the world that UGA, we ain't fell that far back. from the top. We don't fell back a little bit, but we ain't fell that far back. We still right up here with Alabama and Oregon and Ole Miss and all the others, and we're gonna show them today. Gunnar Stockton gonna go out and he's gonna use his playmakers. He's gonna use Kobe and he's gonna use Thomas and he's gonna use Zachariah and Frazier. Hold on to the ball. Don't be fumbling. Like they say, always be closing. Well, I need Frazier. Don't be fumbling. And McCray and Owens, this place UGA ball, baby. We need to put that UGA stench on Ole Miss and let them know that we are still the top representatives in the SEC. And in our house, and there's no reason we shouldn't show them today, man. If we was in Ole Miss, I'd probably be a little more worried, especially how we start off games and stuff. But coming to our house, even if they get on us early and go up 7-0, I still say we're gonna bounce back and show them something. So UGA, just do what you do, represent the home field, and show everybody that we are still them dogs, baby. Woo, woo, woo. And only Alabama can take us down. That's right. UGA over Ole Miss. Kirby over Lane Kiffin, baby. Let's go.
All right. You heard it. So let's move to the Revenite Nation's picks. Winston says, I got LSU over Vandy. Alexis Hill got Vandy. The VP has Vandy. The coach is going to ask Vandy. Jerome Case has LSU. Alexis has Alabama. VP has Alabama. Coach is going to say, not so fast, my friend. I got Tennessee. Alexis Hill has Ole Miss over Georgia. Jerome Case called this the MAGA Bowl. Bama will win over Tennessee. Dante got no love for Georgia. So let's go, Ole Miss.
Stop hating.
Winston got Ole Miss. The VP got Georgia. Please send Lane Kiffin back to Oxford with his tail behind his leg.
You know we will, man.
The VP said, Jerome, they'll probably have a CK moment of silence for the game. Sure, MAGA Bowl indeed. Winston said Red knew the question. He was just stalling for time because he was about to say Ole Miss with the win. Had to gather his thoughts, though.
I don't think
The
nobody
last comment. The Mayonnaise Hood Bowl, Ole Miss will beat Georgia. That's what Jerome says. All right.
And then when we win, real, they have all the excuses in the world. Oh, Ole Miss didn't do this. Oh, Lane Kiffin didn't do that.
That's funny. All right. Well, we have officially entered time of the Rev Sports Show. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed so far. We've given you college picks, college reviews, dope no-coat moments on the other side. We got some football talk and some basketball talk. So stay tuned for the second half of the Red and Red Sports Show. We'll be right back.
I am awakening. Woke me up. I'm ready now. Woo, woo, woo.
we're back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. As we hope that you've enjoyed the first half. Let's see. Ho is in the house. What's up, fellas? Haircut day. Sorry I'm late. UGA wins. Send Lane to coach the Gators. All right.
I doubt that.
All right. Ho coming in making his predictions. Let's move on, gentlemen. There's been some baseball going on. We have a series in the AL. CS. The Blue Jays said, we're not about that broom life. Y'all not about to sweep us, Mariners. And now the series tied 2-2. And then we got the Dodgers. Said we just sweep around. And they swept the Brewers away. All right, Red, give us your commentary on the MLB Championship Series.
Okay, well, let me start with the first one first. Dodgers say, real, we like to sweep around our front door. Milwaukee, they in our front door. They in our way. So sweep around our front door and sweep away Milwaukee. I don't care if you won 97 games. I don't care if you had the best record in baseball. You know who you with. We are the Dodgers, Milwaukee. And you think a little boring Midwest team like that is going to come to Hollywood and knock us out? Are you crazy? That's right, Pat Murphy. Take your nice little story on. You had a nice little season, but you ain't that guy. And y'all ain't that team. It is the Dodgers, baby. It's going to take more than just a good, feel-good story to knock out the LA Dodgers, baby. That's what we do. That's the Braves' job. We the team that knock out the Dodgers. Not Milwaukee. Are you kidding me, Milwaukee? Get out of here. I'm just playing. Milwaukee, y'all had a good season, but you just came up against a buzzsaw. I mean, Shohei Ohtani was sleeping in the playoffs until last night. And boy, did he wake up big time. And Red, pretty much, the Dodgers pitching just overpowered the Brewers. The Brewers, I mean, I thought y'all bats would carry y'all a long way. But man, the Dodgers pitching showed us your long way stops right here in LA. So Glass now, Yamamoto, the young Asian dude they got in the bullpen, Snell. I mean, man, the Dodgers spending money, and you don't really see it in the regular season, Red. But when the playoffs come, that's when you see it. That's when that payroll and the resources from the Dodgers, that's when it takes full effect, baby. And I still got this cringe, Real. I just cringe that Freddie Freeman is over there, man. He is our guy. That's our guy. Ain't he over there just, well, there's no doubt that Freddie gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Now I just hope, is he gonna even show the Braves some love when he go to the Hall of Fame now? Thankfully, he did win his MVP with us. And he did get his first ring with us, thankfully. But man, Freddie, his Hall of Fame light is just shining so brightly in LA now. But that's pretty much what happened. Milwaukee, they relied on their bats and some timely pitching all season long. And in the end, their bats got shut down by great pitching, and their pitching was no match against Shohei and Freddie and Mookie and the boys in LA. So good story, Milwaukee, but you just came up against a buzzsaw in LA. And as far as the ALCS, the Blue Jays versus the Mariners, well, I mean, up until last night, this has been a road series. I mean, with the home field advantage didn't matter until last night. I mean, you started off in Toronto, and I thought Toronto was feeling good, and nope, Seattle came right up there in Canada and said, nope, hold my beer. I am going to take this home field advantage away from you. Then we go back to Seattle, thinking Seattle got control of this series, and Toronto say, no, you hold my beer, and I'm going to take these next two games away from you. And now the series is tied in 2-2 going in the last night. And man, I mean, for a minute, you thought the Blue Jays pretty much had control. I mean, it was 2-1 going into the 8th inning. The Mariners bats pretty much disappeared, with the exception for that Suarez home run early in the game. And man, I'll tell you, the Blue Jays bullpen, who have been so dependable all year long, you bring in Harrison, the closer, and man, he give up a big, just a mammoth shot to Cal Riley in the 8th inning. Tie the game up at 2-2. And after that, Rev, coach, Blue Jays just fell apart. You bring in Harrison, get knocked out the game. You bring in, I think it was Rodriguez or Hernandez. And what is he up there doing? He walks the first 2 batters, and then you hit Randy Arizona. You know who I'm talking about, the black dude. And then now the bases are loaded, no outs in the bottom of the 8th inning after Blue Jays just had a 2-1 lead. You give up the tie, fine. But now the bases are loaded and no outs, and now this game is pretty much out of control from the Blue Jays. And now you got Suarez coming up to the plate. Yep, the same Suarez who hit the home run early in the game off a fastball. Right, whatever you were doing, this is what's going to lose the series for the Blue Jays. This at bat right here to Suarez. You going at him good first. You got to almost 1-2 count. You going but you pitching outside. Why do you throw a fastball to Suarez? And not only do you throw a fastball to Suarez, you throw 2 back to back. The dude feast on fastball. You hear the commentary on the game. John Smoke saying the dude feast on fastballs. Go back to the outside pitch. No, here go this clown. Throw a fastball down the plate. Suarez fouls it off. It's 2-2, but he fouls it off at the opposite field. So you would think in your mind, well, I probably don't want to throw another fastball to him right away because he's sitting on the fastball. Nope. Throw a fastball back to him again. And you know he's sitting on it. And bam! Grand slam. 6-2. Series over. Game over. Blue Jays, you lost the series on that pitch right there. That at bat right there is what you're gonna lose the series on if the Mariners go ahead and win this series. But anyway, it was a great at bat by Suarez. Blew the game wide open in the bottom of the 8th. Mariners are up 6-2. They close to come in, shut the game down. Mariners take a 3-2 lead, and now tomorrow you can close it out tomorrow in Toronto, where you pretty much been undefeated this postseason, and all because of some bad pitching decisions by the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. Just bad pitching all around, man. So that's where we at with the Mariners and the Blue Jays. It's 3-2 Seattle, going back to Toronto for 2 games. We'll see if the Blue Jays got any fight left, but to me, Rev, I think Seattle got this. I just think they need to just go out there, give them one good pitching performance. Cal, one of the guys go deep, it's over. And unless the Blue Jays wake up, which they didn't wake up when they was at home the first time. So we'll see. But I think and I'm pulling for Seattle too, because we all seen the Blue Jays win the World Series, but we haven't seen Seattle go to the World Series. They haven't won independence in their history. So I know them fans are just wanting it right now. So I'm pulling for Seattle. So we'll see what happens. But that was a very good game for the home team last night, and a very bad game for the road team in the bullpen.
Jerome K said Dodgers, the best team money can buy. VP said the Mariners are 1 win away from a date with the LA Crips. Toronto is definitely making it interesting. The VP said, railroad, your guys are part of an organization that understands the economics of sports. You got to spend money to make money, period. It doesn't always work, but when it does, woo Lord. The ROI for that Dodger team looks better every day. Coach, you want to add anything?
Dodgers won. Seattle won.
All right. So, Coach, you're giving Red all the commentary that he gave to satisfy this segment. Is that right?
Unfortunately, the Dodgers are just that good. They just that good. I mean, You loaded from number one, and they got every picture from Japan. Look like they went over there and had a fire sale.
It's almost like if you come from Japan, the farm system is the Dodge. Here's what I'm hoping, even though it may come at the expense of the Braves. I'm hoping that the Dodgers win the next 2 to 3 World Series. So then baseball will start having to seriously think about salary cap. Because if the Dodgers keep outspending everybody and still keep winning all the time, that's not good for baseball. Eventually, baseball is going to start losing fans because people won't have interest. And we see how the other sports have already made waves to make sure that there's competitiveness throughout the league. That's why basketball just put in that second luxury tax, where now you're seeing trades that were made of star players or solid rotational players to other teams because they don't want to get caught with that second apron, which is very much very taxable to the point where the owners don't want to spend all that tax on the roster. And the only way it's going to change if there's basically one team ruling the roost. And as long as the Dodgers keep spending the money and they got the market to keep spending, we're going to kind of see this lopsidedness with the Dodgers up here and everybody else down here. I like what the Braves try to do, try to get guys 1 through 9, but here's where the problem comes. They don't spend money on pitching. So if you don't open up the bank on pitching, you're not going to be able to beat the Dodgers. You can't have B and C level pitchers going against the Dodgers.
Nope.
So that's the biggest issue I see. VP got this comment, Reverend Doctor. The same thing happened when the Yankees were winning all those years with Jeter, 96, 98 through 2000. I mean, my goodness, may other teams step up a bit. Yeah, after they beat the Braves in that one World Series, because they weren't really better than the Braves that year. They weren't deeper. The Braves just choked away that World Series when Andrew Jones went off. But the ones that they won later on with Jeter and O'Brien, yeah, they were stacked. George Steinbrenner didn't care about how much money he spent. And that's where we are with the Dodgers. The coach going to say, I don't know, Rev. That didn't happen with the Yankees. They blew everyone away for years in money. Well, Steinbrenner also dictated a lot back then. And the Dodgers do dictate things right now, but we're in a different world and we want competition. And if you start losing,
I tell you this, Real.
Go ahead.
I said, watching what the Yankees did, it did make these teams start spending money. Some of these teams who used to didn't spend money, now you saw their payroll start getting higher and higher. For a while, besides the Yankees, everybody was kind of like under $100 million. And then you start gradually seeing more teams go to the $100 million payroll. And then you even saw some going to the $200 million payrolls. And now it's probably about 3 or 4 teams that have $300 million payrolls. So what the Yankees did is got teams start spending more money, whereas they were cheaper before.
Let me counter your argument. And we start first place with the Atlanta Braves. Mm-hmm. They have a new rule in place where if you go over the tax 3 consecutive years, your team gets penalized. That's why the Braves got real cheap overnight.
Oh,
because this was the 3rd year in a row that they were going to be over that tax. So this is why they couldn't sign Max Fried to bring back in the rotation. Or they couldn't replace him because Double-A was talking about, we're going to be out there in the market. Who did he bring in? Nobody. That's why they're always trying to get bargain basement deals. You know what I'm saying?
You can't compete with the Dodgers and Yankees doing that, Alex.
Yeah,
and spend some of their money.
Yeah, and see, the Dodgers got the population to be able to do that. They can charge an arm and a leg because that's the culture in California. Mm-hmm. If you live in California, you got to have some money, period. if you're going to survive, because it's expensive to live in California. You can make
I know.
Yeah, you can make 6 figures and still be struggling in California. So that's the difference between the Dodgers and other teams. The Dodgers, like, we don't care nothing about that tax that y'all do every 3 years. We'll pay it and be a repeated payer of the tax.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be interesting because we got to understand, here's the difference. Sports are trying to cater to that younger demographic. The baseball we came up on is not the same baseball. Remember, we got a pitch clock now because you're trying to make the game faster for a younger audience. And if the younger audience taps out and says, we don't want to see this one team dominate all the time, that's where the change may come in. So let's think about, we see it in the NFL, you got competition any given Sunday. Basketball, we don't know who's going to win this year. Don't have a clue.
Nope.
Right? That's
okay. No matter what OKC do, you still can be like, hey, somebody get them in the playoffs.
They don't have an elite team over everybody. They have a great team, but they're not that Golden State Warriors team with Steph, Clay, and KD.
Right.
Like, nowhere near that.
Yeah, or the Bulls or the Lakers, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you just knew Bulls with Kobe and
knew
Shaq.
they were going to be in it.
Right. So it's wide open. And I think that's what these sports are realizing. This younger generation wants it to be wide open. And at some point, baseball might have to adopt that model and put in a salary cap for its own long-term existence. We got a couple comments, then we'll move forward. VP said, I'm with the Reverend Doctor. The Dodger dominance in the next 4 or 5 years will either make the Braves upgrade from great value, or they'll just settle thinking they can pull off what they did in 2021. That's for sure. Coach has evoked the name of great value in the chat. The coach's coach said, we know who's going to win the NBA this year. It will be what is that?
Get a GOAT. He talking about Steph Curry.
We don't.
Oh gosh.
Let's just hope Steph can stay healthy because he is at that age where he's probably going to play 60 games. Let's remember Jimmy Butler's no spring chicken either. Let's remember Al Horford's no spring chicken either. So some of your core guy, Draymond Green, not any spring chicken. So you might want to slow down. Then you're messing with one of your young studs. You don't want to pay him, Jonathan Kuminga, who's basically just signed a contract ready to get traded.
Wait a minute, Ray. Hold it. They got Steph Curry.
It's a family. Real, it's a family affair in Golden State, baby.
They started set to the family and friends deal.
Hey, real. I even heard they say Dale Curry gonna come do the commentary on radio now for Golden State.
He might as well leave Charlotte and come to Golden State. It's a family affair.
And Rev, keeping with the tradition, Steph Curry is a great value. Steph Curry.
Exactly. Yeah, he is great. He is the epitome of great value to Steph Curry.
So that's
a Steph. Yeah, that's the
hey, they might well go real. They might well go to get brother-in-law in Phoenix and bring him back to the team.
Bring him in too. Yeah, you might as well. The VP says Steph's ankles are about as brittle as the peanut butter snack. Yeah, for sure. All right, gentlemen, let's jump to this 5 for 5. Let's jump to this 5 for 5. We got 5 hot topics. Let me see what this last comment. LeVar Ball just entered the chat, never lost.
Never lost.
Hey, man. All props to LeVar, man. He was right.
All right, let's go ahead on, man. Let me, VP, you ready? There we go. I knew you were ready since you're here for the whole show.
Come on, VP, you never lost now.
Never lost. The VP has spoken. The music is being played. That means 5 for 5 has officially started. Let's jump right into it, gentlemen. This is the segment where my two great colleagues will have 1 minute to talk about the subject matter at hand. 45 seconds single screen. 15 seconds group screen. If they go over the minute, they get muted. While they're talking, you all can be typing whatever your comments are regarding the respective topic, and we'll put it up on the screen. Let's go. The question is, can Joe Flacco save the Bengals season? Red, what says you?
I tell you what, it's a better shot of him saving the Browns season, and the Bengals sure look better with Flacco at the helm than they have with Jake Browning. Now they at 3-4 right now. I'm not sure when Burrow will be back. They say December, but if Flacco can just keep them above water, just keep them right there in that playoff hunt till Burrow get back. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna win everything, but keep them competitive. They'll win a few because it's amazing the chemistry between Chase, Higgins, and Flacco this early. So if they keep playing like that, the Bengals be right where they need to be when Burrow get back. This was a good move bringing Flacco over there. He should have done it earlier.
Go.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the connection that they've established with Flacco and T. Higgins and Chase and the tight end. Yeah, they got a recipe for winning. Now, whether they can or not, that's gonna be totally up to Flacco. I think he can because even when you double team Chase, then you got Higgins. Then when you get on Higgins, you got the other young guy. And you got the tight end still coming back. So yeah, they got a good chance in to win. I don't know how much, but they got a good chance to win.
All right, the comments. The VP said with a healthy Chase and Higgins, yes, he can definitely salvage this season and keep the seat warm for Burrow's return. The team is feeding off his veteranship. Bro throws a dang good deep ball. He continues. Flacco and that tight end are connecting big time. Yeah. Jerome K says the Bengals offensive line looks 5 times better with Joe. Flacco is out there frolicking around, smiling and happy. I'm going to add this. I came to the conclusion that the Flacco trade was good once coach's coach, Mike Tomlin, made a comment about basically how the Browns traded in division. And he was basically questioning that trade. That let me know that trade messed with Mike Tomlin. And therefore, he has some concerns, as coach would say, with Flacco being able to save the Bengals season. Nando says this. Flacco can do the job as long as they stay around 500. Winston says this, if Flacco can stay healthy. I see the Bengals in contention for the playoffs in Week 18. It's still early in the season, but they can catch Rodgers and them knees. He's still getting on. Big fat Broderick Jones tackling Aaron Rodgers and blaming Rodgers' knee for going down. Lord have mercy. Help him somebody. Coach, it's on you. No contract extension for Trae Young. Little DeBarge. What you got to say, Coach?
Well, this means that money, he can't get that money to go to Supercut, so he may be in trouble. I don't know what they're going to do with him now. He has to make some changes within himself in order to get that extension. He got to do some things within Trae Young's personality. I mean, he can get that extension, but it's got a couple of small changes got to come in for him to be able to be eligible for that. So we're going to see how the season goes and what he does to change that and become more of a leader.
Red, what you got, man?
I'm agreeing with what Coach is saying or against that. The Hawks, man, look, some things have happened since your last run, and now they want to see, since they put up enough team around you to make another run, they want to see, can you handle it? Have you matured some? how's your leadership ability? Because your maturity and your leadership has been awful since that 2021 run. Now we're gonna put these players around you and sign you long term. We got to know you the guy that can lead this team. We got to know you the guy and your maturation and your unselfishness can take this team far. And if they don't feel that you can do that, Trey, because we already know you're a defensive liability, and so if they don't feel that you can do that in addition to your liability, then no, they're going to go in another direction because they feel they got the players. They just need a point guard to lead them. And if they don't feel they and you the guy to lead them, then no, they're gonna move in another direction. And I agree with this, and I'm sure Rev agree with this too, because you have not won anything in this NBA trade to warrant all this entitlement and expectations. You ain't won nothing since 2021. So I don't know why you felt the Hawks were just guaranteed or obligated to give you a long-term extension. No, dude. Show us that you the guy to get us where we need to go. And then you'll get the payday. Until then, shut up and win.
Winston says Trey going west like 5.
Like, I got it, Winston. I got it. That was a good one.
Nando said Trey Young is as good as going, just like Ray McLeod.
He gone like right back. No.
Young equals Harden, great piece, but can't build a team around him, trade him, and get depth. BP says no contract extension, but definitely needs some hair extensions. The Hawks have drawn on the proverbial line in the sand. They see that Trey needs to go make another record with his brothers. He's not going to take them to the next level. Brother Page is just not good enough. Oh, and I like it. Jerome said Trey. Trey needs to stay offline arguing with players. Arguing with players, Patrick Beverly, he has no leadership qualities. He needs to take a leadership course or join the Boy Scouts.
Wow.
And I'll just add,
Jerome. Okay.
I'll just add my 2 cents.
Go ahead, Real. We're waiting on it.
The bottom line is if the Hawks offer him a contract extension right now, the only person that's going to benefit is Trey Young. Because you're not winning a championship, making him your best player and your highest paid player. He doesn't have the leadership skills like a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He doesn't have the fire and the tenacity like Isaiah Thomas back in the day with the Detroit Pistons. You got to be super special to be that small to be the A guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is not small like Trey Young. But Trey needs to be a leader like Shai. And the bottom line is, as Red you alluded to, he's a defensive liability. So why would you want to build your team around Trey Young? And here it is. If I'm a GM for the Hawks, I got to ask this question. Would I rather pay Trey Young an exorbitant amount of money not to win anything, or keep Dyson Daniels, who feels a need, is a defensive stopper that I'm going to need to win a championship with all these wings in this NBA and find a point guard that can play with a Dyson, that can play with a Jalen. What's Jalen's last name?
Johnson.
Jalen Johnson, yes. That's where the Hawks are. Because Dyson Daniels, at the end of the day, got more championship value than Trey Young does. And Trey just brings you entertainment value with no championship ceiling. That's what you're dealing with.
Right. Tell them, Real. Tell for these silly Hawks fans who want to clown me and other guys when we come on there trying to tell them the truth about Trey. Dude, this is the reality. If you're trying to win a championship is one thing, but if you just want to be entertained and you just living off these Trey numbers, fine. But Hawks ain't gonna never win a championship. That's what it's about, winning championships. And Trey can't do that with us, or it's yet to be proven he can. The one chance he had, it didn't happen. And since then, he hasn't done anything to show it could possibly happen again. So sorry. I'm with the Hawks. It's time to move in another direction if we can find another guy.
Agreed. VP said Trey is like time will reveal because the Hawks won't love me in a special way. Love it.
Why you killing these songs, boy?
Jerome K said, Rev, send Trey your church's deacon's manual so he can learn how to serve and put players in the right position. I like that.
Okay. Like that one.
That's good. That's good, Jerome. On to the next. Brian Callahan, fired. Another college coach has gotten canned. So, I'm sorry, pro coach. I'm sorry. Another coach in general has gotten fired. But now we have our first NFL coach fired for the season. Red, what do you have to say? Because he's one of the coaches that you talked about where number 1 draft pick was drafted and the coach got fired. What says you read about this fire?
I believe it was warranted. Going forward, it was warranted because you could tell early on this guy's not going to do anything to help Cam Ward out. And if Cam Ward is priority, then yeah, you got to move on from Brian and get somebody in there to help this kid out. I mean, you got Cam Ward calling the team the A word, but pretty much. Then you got Callahan coming out there like he's trying to go back and forth with Cam in the media. Dude, that is not how you fix things in Tennessee. You're not going to have a media battle with your own quarterback, Brian. Are you that clueless, dude? If anything, you should be trying to bring the kid in your office, working behind the scenes, doing whatever you can to fix the issues with the team. But obviously, you don't get it. And I see the front office knows that you don't get it. And yeah, it's time to move you and your dad, who should have retired back when he was coaching the Raiders. Bill Callahan, time to retire. And as you once said, Bill, hiring your son to coach the Tennessee Titans, that was the dumbest front office move ever.
Coach, what you got, man?
I haven't heard of Callahan a name associated with winning. Well, I don't know why they even picked Brian Callahan. I mean, he never associated with winning. His dad didn't win. And you stopping the growth of Cam Ward, who just needs a coach to work with him. So it was justified. I didn't think they were gonna let him. They were gonna cut him this early, but I knew it was coming.
All right, let's see. We got any comments? This is not pertaining to the subject. Zach Robinson being down on the field, a good look for the Falcons. We'll get there in just a second. And just in the interim, it seems that way because the Falcons are scoring points. So
yeah, that was a silly question.
Yeah, it seems like it is. So we'll definitely go with that. All right. Let's go to the next one. Bijan Robinson. Is he the NFL MVP? Coach, it's on you, but we look forward to hearing from Red.
Bijan? Nope, he's not. He playing well. I mean, he's playing excellent for the Falcons, and he's one of the main reasons they are where they are. But if I had to go MVP right now, I'd go to the crazy one, Baker Mayfield at Tampa Bay. Yeah. You take Baker Mayfield on the center for Tampa Bay, they're 1-6 or 1-5, whatever the record is. Mayfield is killing the game right now. So I'm going to go with him over Bijan.
Red, what's that you, sir?
No, because like Coach said, it's probably gonna go to a quarterback, and with the way Baker playing so far, I mean, if you had to give somebody MVP first 5 or 6 weeks of the season, it would definitely be him. But offensive player of the year, he's definitely in line for that one. Dude is having he had a great season last year, but it's nice to see that he's putting back-to-back good seasons together. I like the consistency we see from the guy because we definitely gonna need it if the Falcons have any chance of winning and winning big going forward. So good start to the season, Bijan. You got to keep it up. You got to keep making me eat my words. And eventually, I give you the proper credit you deserve, but not now, not right now. No time soon, buddy. So if you keep it up, and eventually I'm gonna have a whole pot of crow to eat.
Ray, you sound a little contrite in your comments. Like maybe I was too hard on this kid. I can tell he went in your spirit because the tone is changing. He's slowly but surely working on you.
They just keep winning, Falcons. Just keep winning. We'll see how Red feeling.
So are you willing to at least say, even though you may have still preferred Jalen Carter, are you willing to at least say the Falcons got the pick right?
Remains to be seen.
Huh?
It remains to be seen. Still a question out there. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I say, just keep winning, Falcons. Keep winning, because eventually I'm gonna have to answer. Eventually I'm gonna have to answer all these questions because the way I started on it. But we going. We on the right path. Forever. I just say we on the right path.
Well, he's arguably the best running back in the league right now because he can do everything Saquon can do while he's a better receiver than Saquon. So I think it was just a matter of getting him a serviceable quarterback.
There you go.
And when he got drafted, they did not have that.
No,
so
absolutely not.
Yeah, so we're seeing the best of him with a serviceable quarterback. Jerome K said free Shador. BP said it was just Cam Ward needs a new CEO of the team. The board is ruled. Going back to the other comment. When's the question for the panel after star 5-5? What do y'all think are the chances Brom ends up in Penn State, took Purdue to the Big Ten chip game, won 10-9 games, first 2 years at UL, beat Miami? I'm going to go ahead on and jump in there right now. Let me cut the music right quick. I'm going to say I don't see it. I think in this nil era, they want somebody who moves the needle with name recognition. And I think Brom needs to put up some more years, maybe compete for a national championship, do some work in the college playoff. And I think they would rather try to find somebody who has name recognition before they get somebody like Brom. Anybody else want to chime in real quick?
I mean, I agree. I think they're gonna go for somebody a little bit more proven. Like you say, somebody that'll move the needle a splash higher than picking somebody. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know who this guy Winston talking about is, but I assume they're not gonna go get him.
No, because I mean, you remember you got to get somebody who can match O'Day in Ohio, because that's who you're measuring your new coach against.
Right, you want the Braun. Let me see. It's gonna have to be. You need somebody that's already succeeding at a big time program now.
And here it is. Here it is, Ray. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you good.
The guy would have been in Indiana. Indiana realized that, and they just showed him the money.
Right, they took care of him.
And his agent was smart to negotiate right after James Franklin's fired.
Right, yeah. I noticed that too. Like, he's like, man, I wonder why Indiana coach got paid so fast. Like, man, Penn State better call you. Nope, locking you up, baby.
Yeah. I mean, that was the perfect time to negotiate because he's the guy that you're just talking about. Because if he took Indiana to the college playoff, came back this season, got him in the top 5.
Right.
He was the guy to go out
and just beat the number 1 seed in Oregon.
Exactly.
He's like, oh no, hey, get a contract with him right now before we lose him. Oh God, man, they were rushing to get that. Now, what about Georgia Tech guy?
Yeah.
He's not going to leave because he's a Georgia Tech guy.
Okay, good point.
He's fit for that environment.
Okay.
And he knows there's not a whole lot of pressure. Like Penn State.
Real. That Indiana paying Signetti that much money? Man, they'll give you giving that man $93 million. Next thing you know, he'll be gone, or they'll start losing, and then you be like, okay, now we done spent all that money, and you got to do about it.
But he had all the cards.
Right, I know. Good for him.
And Indiana, they don't know when they're gonna get a coach who's gonna be able to coach that group up to what he's been able to coach. So nobody can fault Indiana. At the end of the day, do we think Indiana can sustain this over the extended period of time? We'll probably say no, because Indiana doesn't have a rich history in football. But it's like what Janet Jackson once saying, "What have you done for me lately?" And he's made Indiana very relevant lately, and that's why they had to do their best Jerry Maguire impression. They had to show him the money. Here.
Two coaches for consideration. Number one, the Missouri coach, because he's in the tough SEC and he kind of treading the water. He's not doing very well. He may be looking for an out, and there's been some discussion. And
Penn State ain't looking for that kind of coach, coach.
The Nebraska coach.
Now, Matt Rule, that's the name that's coming up, and he has ties to Penn State. And I think someone made a comment that in one of his press conferences, it's almost like he's begging to go there.
And they lost last night. After getting in the top 25, they lost. So,
it's going to be interesting to see. VP said Urban Meyer is all of a sudden healthy. He don't have any more heart palpitations anymore. Jerome K said the magnet name Coach Prime, but he's waiting for the floor job. I don't even think teams are going to look at Prime like that.
Not for Penn State. Oh, gosh, no.
Not for Penn State. He'd be a terrible fit for Penn State. Terrible. Because the culture is just not like that in Pennsylvania for all that hip-hop and, the flashiness. I should say flashiness. More the hip-hop. That's just not – he's not going to resonate well with the boosters.
Yes, they'll be asking, why do you wear those gold chains all the time?
Yeah. No, and here's the other thing. If I'm a top school, I wouldn't hire Deion right now. And the reason why I would say is he got health concerns. Like every time you turn around, he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Why would I hire him? And I don't know if he's going to be able to go through the offseason healthy.
That's true.
And there's no shade on his health, but this job demands too much time to be having your coach in the hospital at extended periods of time. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm a college president, I'm like, look, man, get well first before you come my way. I want to see you sustain some health first because we're paying you too much money to be sick on the job.
Yep.
We give you sick leave, but that don't mean you have to take it every year.
FMLA, no, sir.
We pay you too much money to be in the bed. We need you to be in the office working on building a championship team.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me cue the music back up because we got one more hot topic on 5 for 5, and that's my fault for taking that question. But it was asked, and it was a good time, in my opinion, to talk about it.
Yeah, we was on 5.
We're on the 5th topic. We ready to go to the game? First Take has spoken. ESPN has spoken. Shay Cornett is the new host of First Take, replacing Molly Curran. Red, what says you about this?
Shay, that's a pretty good decision. I like Shay. She's off of just what she needs to offer to be the first take host. Show flows pretty well when she's on there, so I don't have no objection. But my personal fave, who I wanted to get the job, was my girl from NFL Network, MJ Ruiz. Ooh, I love that girl, MJ Ruiz. And I was kind of happy when I saw her up on the set for a few episodes. Like I say, that was my favorite or my choice to get the job. But I don't have no issue with Shay. And honestly, anybody is better than Molly right now. Anybody. Molly, you like my girl Tara said, you played yourself. You played yourself big time. What did you think? You think it was gonna be an outrage or something because you left the show? Nobody is missing you. And I keep hearing about you got a new show. I have yet to see it, but I probably ain't gonna be looking that hard for it. Because like I say, Molly, you were not the star of the show. You were paid to be the whatever the
host.
Yeah, the host. And you didn't even do that well because people was always complaining about you butting in and throwing the flow of the show off. So I'm satisfied with Shay. I wish it was MJ, but Shay is fine.
Coach, what you got?
Shay Cornell is about the best one. I kind of figured that's where they were going. She has a good rapport with the people on First Take, and she does know sports. And Ruiz couldn't do it because she's doing ESPN Deportes and other avenues around there. And Amina, I think Amina Smith, who was considered, she does a lot of Sports Center, and I don't know if she's old, maybe to keep up with those guys on there. So, yeah, Cornette's been around a minute, and she, like I said, she can roll with them and keep up with what they're talking about, and she can go blow for blow, and she doesn't try to get involved and throw her opinion out unless she's making an educated opinion about what they're talking about. So, yeah, she's about the best one.
All right, let's see what Revelation Nation got to say. Going back to Coach Prime. Rev, I agree, Coach Prime, health is a concern, but even with this health issues, hasn't missed any games at CU. That's fair, but CU hadn't had great success either. And some could say maybe his health issues are causing him not to have great success. VP Molly Kerm overplayed her hand. That she did. The mothership basically showed her what they thought of the value that she brought to the show. Also, isn't she SAS's boo thing? That's
wrong. Yeah, I don't know why y'all thought that.
That may be another thing the ESPN execs know. Prefer flavors chocolate, not vanilla. She would rather have Snickers than a Zero bar. Alexa Seal said, they did Molly Kerm wrong. She deserved to be paid a little bit more money.
Oh, gosh.
Alexa, stop sucking up.
Jerome K said Molly thought she was Vanna White. ESPN said,
that is a good one. That is your best one, my Jerome. That was a good one.
The coach's court said Mina Kimes is the only one that matters. Molly was just eye candy. Shut up and sit down. And that's it. Molly wanted to get paid off her looks, not what she brought to the table. Shay, the lady that they just hired, as Coach said, she actually knows sports, and she actually brings some decent commentary to the conversation. Molly just wanted to be heard. Yeah. She didn't care if she didn't bring any substance. She just wanted to be heard. And at times, there's a great discussion going on, and she's interjecting with nothing of any real sports value.
No.
And she overplayed her hand, like the VP said. She should be lucky she was getting $500K just for doing that.
I can't believe that. $500K? Come on.
Just to say, all right, guys, it's time for a commercial break.
Yeah.
That's basically what her value was. To reel in a conversation, take us to commercial break, and then give the lead on the other side once the commercial break was over. Other than that, if you want to be a model, get paid to be a model. Go somewhere else for that. But goodness gracious, all you were was eye candy. And that's it. And sometimes the eye candy looks stink because she always got this little scowl on her face. You know, there ain't no joy. Goodness gracious.
Like I say, y'all, a lot of folks thought more of her than I did. I never thought. I mean, yeah, she looked okay, but if I was looking at, there are other women on TV that I would look at for eye candy before Molly, but I understand. I get it though. I get it.
I mean, when you look at her predecessor, she was no better than Carrie Champion.
Right.
Carrie was way better.
That's not saying a whole lot.
Knew how to do the discussions better or moderate the discussions better. I mean, Carrie Champion was way better than Molly.
Yeah. So
here it is. Molly must have been hanging with the Housewives of Atlanta. She played herself. Joy Taylor tried to enter the chat, door shut in her face.
That's who Molly thought she was Joy Taylor. And Joy Taylor ain't even Joy Taylor no more. But Molly
but Joy knows sports. At least Joy can talk sports.
Right.
And she can hold her own.
Right.
You know, Molly can't talk sports. She's like that person you let into the conversation just because she looks good. If she didn't look good,
real. She type of person, you at your house with your boys and y'all get into a sports discussion. She like your girl to come down the steps and make a comment into, oh, what y'all talking about? Shit. Right. Yeah. And he looked good at night and he's like, all right, go back upstairs, baby. Oh my God.
No, wait. Hold it, Red, hold it.
What's that, Coach?
What was that?
What's that, Coach? Oh, he got to go. All right. Come back on when you get through.
Man, you thought that we were having a good conversation and you tell us to stop for that.
Molly carried him. Hey, he just Molly carried him.
He just put a Molly carried him on us, Coach.
He mollied us.
Yeah.
Coach just mollied us. He just.
Now I feel. Now I know how them first take folks feel now. What Coach just did.
Coach just mollied us. Lord have mercy. We've been mollied. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, Coach, I'm gonna send you back upstairs like I'm. All right, real. I'm gonna send Coach back upstairs like I'm gonna send Molly.
we just had a good laugh and Coach interjected. We like, what's going on? All right, Large Marge is not getting invited to the sports convo. You're right, Reverend Doctor. The looks granted Molly a convo. Jerome K said Joel knows sports, in particular office wrestling. That was pretty good. That was pretty good, Jerome.
Right.
VP said Coach Patrick Willie Thomas just set off the sport. Because he burned his
Oh my God.
He said he burned.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Burned the cinnamon bun in the microwave. Oh,
oh my God, man. Killing us, man. Oh my God, y'all killing Coach right now, man. Let's see, Coach should never let that happen on air, man, because you know folk gonna go with the jokes now. Hey Vince, Coach is like Rob back in Under Sea. Get my pies out of the oven. Get my pies out of the
oven. That man said Coach had a bacon loaf.
Hey, Vince, Coach was making that booyah base for the Navy crew on Under Sea. They got burned. Somebody came in the room and spit in it like.
I ain't gonna I ain't gonna put that other one up, Jerome. I ain't gonna put that one up. That man said.
Oh man.
That man burned some bacon loaf.
Coach came back for that one, boy.
Coach just burned his potato souffle.
Oh, Coach, you better get them, boy. They owe you hard, Coach, man. You got something to say.
Coach, I know you saw the comments. You want to say anything?
No, one of the neighbors or something, because I live in a place with more than one person living in the apartment area, and they had did something out there in that open stove out there, and that's why that alarm went off. But then here, it's nothing. I'm inside my place, so when it one go off, I'll go off. But you know what?
It's all good.
Jerome, I would be quiet if I were you now, because remember now, you're going to actually have to spell words on this show. And see, you're going to get mad because you can't spell A and D. So don't get all started talking about food now, because I'll make you spell words you can't spell. And then you'll be like, Mr. Dictionary. Don't start now.
The coach of the quarter said, that's all them Tar Heels merch going up in smoke.
If anything, your Arch Manning for Heisman posters going up in smoke. Where are they now?
He got you good.
How many Arch Manning for Heisman posters you putting out?
Oh, man.
He's taking them down. Take them down, man. Coach. Take them down. Because Arch ain't winning no Heisman.
Wow.
Is Arch going anywhere this year? Oh, no. He ain't playing Sam Houston State or Jonesboro Tech.
Now, he did get a big win recently, Coach.
Who, of Oklahoma?
Of Oklahoma. He did get a big win.
With a broken hand quarterback?
Yeah, well, yeah. It came with compromise. Oh, man. Nah, come on. See, y'all hitting below the bait. That was Coach's diabetes alarm going off. He's some snacks. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it went off 31. It went off 31 minutes, VP.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't feel how to get the medical issues now.
He said 30. It went off 31 minutes. All right, let's move this trade on, man. All right, let's move on. We got our last.
I got you now, Coach. I got you now.
All right, so let's go NFL review real quickly. Red, tell us about how excited you were about that Bills win that your Falcons had the other had on Sunday night or Monday night. I'm sorry.
It was a good win, Red. It was a real good win. The Falcons, that's what you like to see from your team. You like to see consistency, and from the bye week, well, the win before the bye week, and then you come out the bye week and get another good win at home, where your team pretty much, dominated. You dominated rushing the ball. The Bills had a bad run defense, and you took advantage of it. 212 yards running on the ground. Bijan Robinson had one of his better games with the Falcons. Even Tyler Algier got in on this. And not only that, the receiving game showed up. You had Bijan and Drake both having over 150 yards of offense before the halftime came. So it was a good game for the offense to keep the consistency going ever since, like we said, Zach Robinson came down from the booth to the field. The Falcons offense averaging 29 points a game. So stay your butt down on the field, Zach. Don't go back up in that booth no more. Let your coaches, your assistant coaches stay up in the booth. They'll rely to you what they seeing. You stay down on the field with your young quarterback. Defensive wise, Rail, another game, the defenses didn't allow over 300 yards of total offense to the opponent. Pretty much shut down James Cook. Josh Allen, according to some NFL pundits, that's some of the worst they've ever seen him play. Had him looking like a rookie again. Sacked him 4 times. Had him making all kinds of mistakes in the game. Defense pretty much got up in his butt. He didn't. Jeff Ulbrich, after that first series when Josh just went down the field, after that, no more, buddy. We blitzed pretty much 50% of the time. Second half, it was pretty much 70% of the time. Blitz, blitz, blitz. It was like me on John Madden, blitzing on every play because that's how you get Josh Allen off his game. You let him stand back there like a statue, ready to just, see in the field. He can take off at any time. No, you close them edges and you send that pressure right up the middle to where he has no shot of doing anything. And Jeff Obert, you did that, buddy. Bravo to you, Jeff Obert, for a good defensive plan. Bravo to you, Zach Robinson, for a good offensive plan. And bravo to you, Raheem. I can't believe I'm saying this, but bravo to you, Raheem. You know, Rev, that the Falcons are #1 in penalties, meaning they are the least penalized team. And that's what I mean, you morons that come on my page. When I say #1 in penalties, meaning we are the #1 in not getting penalties. The least penalized team in the NFL so far this season. So it seems like the coaching has improved somewhat. The offensive coaches has improved since the beginning of the season, and the defensive coaches has improved since the start of the season. So good job on putting it all together on Monday night in front of your home crowd. It was a good win, but we still got a lot more work to do. We're still 3-2, second place behind Tampa Bay. But going forward, it was a good win and a good statement to make. And I'm hoping for many more statements, including one this Sunday night.
Going back to Coach alarmed out, was the alarm Rodgers' knee set off when Jones hopped on his back? Danger, danger, Will Robinson. The VP said the Falcons win maybe turn the tide to Falcons. I love how Penix Jr. and B. John are taking it to opposing defenses. All of a sudden, Raheem isn't a topic of convo on the Red and Rev Sports Show. The coach's corner that was out. Our keys to victory use both BR and TA, not just BR, and steady dose of blitzes, limit MBJ's throws, and if we do that, we can't be beat. Jerome says Michael Penix, and he's giving that pronunciation for Red because he likes to call him Penix. It's Penix, like a pen. Looked sharp, and Drake London was catching everything except the cold. The VP said he must have gotten my share of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Bruh knows we, especially Red Rose, was roasting his behind. I wanted to say one thing. I will question, even after the Falcons' big win, how they closed the game because they almost gave it away, especially when Penix almost threw that pick. There was no reason for him to be throwing the ball towards the end of the game when the Falcons were already up sufficiently to win the game, and you just needed a field goal to put the game away. And they put Penix in a bad situation. That's the thing that Falcons fans need to harp on. Not just a W, but sometimes criticize those things that can cause you to lose if you do that again in another game. Because Penix should have been picked off towards the end of the game, and they could have run a pick six, and get a pick six, and this conversation is totally different. And that's one of the things that I've come to appreciate living in Pennsylvania now, being able to listen to Philadelphia Sports Talk. The Eagles are 4-2, but you would think they're 2-4 because the fans are not satisfied with the product that they've been seeing. And they see that this current product, even though they're 4-2, is not good enough to win the championship. And I think that's the type of fan base every team needs, to bring constructive criticism when it's warranted. Yes, you won a game, but this game could have easily shifted because of bonehead calls and not playing situational football. So that's the one thing I had to bring up, because the Falcons could have easily thrown that game away, and that game is a tie going into overtime, and I would have trusted Josh Allen in overtime before Michael Penix. But they escaped. They escaped. Jerome K said Coach took
Wait a minute. He's still at it? Hey, man. Again, Jerome.
Now we try to move on, Jerome.
Jerome, Red. How can somebody, Jerome? I'm trying to hold on, but Jerome trying to tell somebody how to pronounce a word or spell a word is like Lil Kim trying to teach Sunday school. It ain't gonna happen.
Not Lil Kim trying to teach Sunday school.
Man, Coach, she is scared of kids in Sunday school. Man, they be like, man, who is this boy?
Oh my goodness! All right, man, y'all stop, man. That's good. Let's see. Falcons time management, game management are both still a work in progress. I agree. I'm against that thought process, Rev. Yeah, that was a bad throw, but that's on MPJ. I'm tired of Atlanta trying to coast to a win. Now mash the gas, blow teams out. Well, the problem is you don't have a quarterback that has that veteran type of mindset to be able to do those type of things. You're still dealing with Cat, who has not played a full season as a starting quarterback. So you got to walk before you got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run.
Well, yeah, we're still a young team, Real.
You're not dealing with the Falcons who've been in the playoffs recently. You're trying to learn how to win with this quarterback. You're trying to learn how to win with this team. You're trying to go to blowout city before you get wins under your belt. Let's slow down. And let's get the win before we get the blowouts. Coach says your QB has to be better. Been a long time since Falcons could say that we dialed it up a lot of blitzes, and they were effective. No doubt about it. The defense is on point. Those moves that Fontenot has made so far has been proven to be good moves. Ulbrich out there coaching like the Rents do, and Zach rounded into form, Bijan and Sim. And nobody should be surprised about Ulbrich. That's why he got the Jets job as the interim, because his defense was always solid. So nobody should be surprised.
And Real, let me add this. Nobody should be surprised about Ulbrich after what happened in the offseason with his son. What did I tell y'all? If it's one coach that's going to make sure his side of the ball is doing what they're supposed to, it's Ulbrich. After that debacle that happened with his son in the draft, he ain't going to be messing up at all. I tell you that.
VP said Jerome Dixon has been on point today. Grade school is paying off. Yeah, Jerome coach likes a fire under me.
3 words. Hey, VP, 3 words. Hooked on phonics, baby. Yeah.
Oh, all right, man. Let's move on. I'm gonna make a quick KC Steve's comment, and then we'll see Coach's Steelers. Kansas City Chiefs is probably still the scariest team in the AFC.
No, they're not real. They're not still. They are. What do you mean they are?
Okay. All right. They are about to bring back their best wide receiver, Rashee Rice. And if you saw what they did to the Detroit Lions, people in the AFC ought to have some concerns. When you got Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Hollywood Brown, those speedsters, that track team, I think they'll be going back to the AFC Championship. May not look like it right now, but they weathered the storm, not having Worthy for 2 or 3 games, not having Rashee Rice for any games. And now you're starting to see Hollywood Brown be part of the player that they signed him to be. Be careful. The Chiefs might be back to the team that they looked like when they had Tyreek Hill. And they might even be fast.
I want to thank you for that, Rev, because and you didn't even mention Taquan throwing in Juju.
No.
That's too early. But I want to thank you. Because I do not want to see a 6 and 7 seed Kansas City team. Heck no. No, indeed. And everybody be scared. Man, oh, no, let them be the number 1 seed. And don't have to worry about the championship.
And they've already proven with Mahomes, they can go on the road and win games. So that's how they won that last championship. So
this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand for real. Like, why are folks so quick to write off Patrick? Dog, the guy is not going anywhere. And what make me laugh is all these other teams or other fans or teams that ain't doing the doggone thing so quick to write off Patrick Mahomes. If anything, you should be trying to get your team or your quarterback playing like Patrick Mahomes. The guy, as long as I said this on Mayfield show, as long as Mahomes is there, the Chiefs cannot count the Chiefs out. So all these folks say, yeah, Denver gonna win the division. The Chiefs, they are done. Oh, Mahomes they ain't the same team. Well, please. They were just in the Super Bowl last year, you freaking morons. And what team in the AFC you think gonna overtake the Chiefs? Because I don't see any team playing that dominant football to where you can be like, oh yeah, I'm sure this is the team that's gonna beat the Chiefs this year. Is it Baltimore? Is it Buffalo? Is it Pittsburgh? Is it? I mean, what team in there is it Indianapolis? You think Indiana Jones can hang with the Chiefs in the playoffs? I'm saying, what team in the AFC do you think that's gonna knock the Chiefs off their pedestal? Because I would love to hear what you're thinking. Because right now, to me, it's wide open, and if it's wide open, the man who been the man is still the man, and that's Mahomes. And until you knock him off his perch, nobody can talk trash in the AFC because it's still the Chiefs. It's still the Chiefs to lose.
Facts. Coach, let's talk about your Steelers. What happened Thursday night?
You take the chance of underestimating a quarterback who has your number pretty much. Flacco, about one of the few quarterbacks, had the number. And also that record that people don't want to talk about, 0-7 for the Steelers on Thursday night. They're not a good Thursday. Now, Monday night, 25-5, something like that. But Thursday night, they came in, especially not a division team. And, you didn't make that move with Jamar Chase, who, I mean, without a doubt, who's going to get open. I don't care. You can scheme anything you want to, but you did not effectively shut down Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And that took you out of the game. People always, I don't want to hear nothing about it. So-and-so is hurt. So-and-so is this. Now, a lot of people got hurt players. A lot of people got injuries. Injuries are a part of it. So Steelers had a chance to, people say they could run away with the division. No, they had a chance to put some more distance in there. Now you're going to have to work a little harder because now you got Green Bay, Indianapolis, and I think the Ravens coming up in a row. So this is about to be your Waterloo, right? You're about to be tested in these next 3 games. So this is a game you needed to win, but you didn't pull it out. You almost did. And, somebody actually said, and I'm going to ask you, Rev, Pat Fryer caught a pass and ran for a touchdown, and somebody said he should have fallen down.
Tough one to call right there. I don't think it was just as cut and dry. Like what T. Wiggins did, that was a different time and place in the game. So yeah. I can't say that was the wrong thing to do because there was still much more time to play in the game.
Yeah, now, if you was only down by 1 point and all you needed was a field goal, yeah, I can understand it then because now you're going to use that clock, but you're down a touchdown.
Touchdown, yeah.
So you had to score that.
You got to score that when you have that opportunity, period.
Yeah, and your defense is killing you. So you're supposed to hope your defense can make a play, but they didn't make any play. They didn't make any stops.
Nope. Yeah, the defense, they killed me in fantasy.
Yeah,
YouTube, man. Oh my God, they killed me.
They were anemic in fantasy this past Thursday. That's for sure. I'm gonna go to some comments. Go ahead, Brett.
I'll say they gave me 1 point on one of my fantasy teams.
I got 5.
Defense, man.
I got 5.
Coach, y'all let me down defensive, man.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, man, what happened to him? I mean, what? Chase just took him to school, man.
All right. Winston said, I'm glad they're all right. Is detracted from the narrative that his Jets defense was good because of Selah. He's showing that the Jets defense was his baby. Jerome, I ain't rating that Diddy comment. I ain't doing it. Ain't nobody worried about Juju. He's still sleeping off that 2-piece and a biscuit from Branch. Jerome said, Rev, please explain how the Chiefs, I guess you want to say became, so you proving Coach right there.
Again, because the first guy, though, come on, see? Oh, my God, here we go again.
Became the first team since the 1970s to not be called for one single penalty during an NFL game. That's very odd. While at the same time, have you heard anybody say that the refs just blatantly missed some penalties on the Chiefs? That hadn't been a point of discussion. So in this situation, they just played a clean game. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, Falcons been doing it this year, Jerome.
Winston said Denver's going to win the division. We'll see.
Yeah,
VP said Brother Page reminded folks of who he is. That's all. Coach's Corner said, which is why it's criminal that the Bills haven't given Allen any weapons. They have to move on from coach and GM. Well, they had weapons. They just couldn't pay him. Stephon Diggs was there, but they couldn't pay him. And then he ultimately left. And then they had that little success last year and thought they could keep on winning big without a real good number one wide receiver. And now they're seeing that's not the case. You got to have some weapons, especially at wide receiver. All right, we did our review.
Quarterback league, and you don't have no good wide receiver. It's crazy, Bill.
Yeah. We've done our review. Now it's time to make some picks. Let's get this pick'em music. All right, gentlemen. Let's get to this first game. Rev Nation, feel free to put the comments in the chat. He says he got plenty of evidence about the Chiefs not being called. Hey, it is what it is. But that game is over, Jerome. We're moving on to the next. The Lions,
Right.
They're last week's news. What's this week's news? First game. Coach, we'll start with you. Saints versus Bears. Who you have?
The Saints and great value. Patrick Mahomes can't do nothing. I'm going with the Bears.
Red?
Bears, baby.
Got the Bears. Y'all riding that Caleb Williams train, huh? Raiders versus Chiefs. Who you got, Red?
This is good. Raiders versus the Chiefs at home. Chiefs at home. Just keep writing back to your naysayers, man, because it's all you're going to be doing this game. Chiefs all the way, baby. All the way.
Who you got, Cole?
Chiefs. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask the question all the time. Is Patrick Mahomes quarterback?
Yes, sir.
Chiefs.
Got the Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
Back on you, Coach. Patriots versus Titans.
Patriots on a small roll and they're trying to take over first place. I'm going to go with the Patriots because the Titans are like a rudderless ship cast against the shore.
That's good. Who you got? Red Patriots versus Titans.
Patriots, they're not trying to be in first place, so they are in first place. In Tennessee, well, you'll be having number one pick in the draft again next year, look like.
All right, let's see what Rev Nation picking. Winston has the Bears. The VP the Bears. Winston Chiefs. The coach's corner, never the Aints. Got the Bears. Jerome K said the Bears are cooking. They were bummed. Coach's gumbo.
Burn, you mean?
VP said, great rivalry game, but Patty Cake's about to cook them Raiders. Coach Corn said Brock is questionable, so KC.
Oh, that's another guy killing my fantasy team.
Okay. Winston Thornton got the Patriots. Winston Thornton, sorry. Got the Patriots as well. VP got the Pats over the Titans. And so they're still trying to find their way. The refs and Chiefs will smoke the Raiders. Oh, here we go. Told everyone he was him. Pats. FTW. Pats will light up the Titans. Quick question. Are y'all sold on Drake May?
Nope.
Yeah. I am.
30 seconds. Why you sold on him, Red?
Well, last year he had some strides. He had a few good games, even in his rookie campaign. He was a high value, he was a great value pick. He's the only reason UNC football was thriving for the last few years, and now he's in the NFL doing the same thing. He's using his legs when need be, making smart decisions with his arm, not turning the football over a lot, and using his running game and his defense. And he's led by a good coach. So, yeah, I believe with Mike Vrabel running the ship, Drake May is on point, baby.
Coach,
he's going in the right direction.
Why do you say no about Drake May?
He gets a little reckless at times. He want to try to use his legs when he doesn't need to. And that can lead to one of those injuries that he doesn't want to see. So he might want to try to stay away from that running, trying to show people he can, but sit back in the pocket.
The coach one said, not so fast, coach. Drake is him. And who I wanted in ATL. Winston Thornton said, I got May ceiling as almost present day Baker. Is that fair?
Anita Baker?
Oh, man. You know we talking about that Baker Mayfield. Does he have the potential to be on that level, in your opinion?
Yeah. But we know what that word does, potential. That's just another word that Jerome can't spell, but we're going to move on.
Drake is evidence of good coach. Oh, Lord. All right, on to the next. Red Dolphins versus Browns. Who you got?
Man, both of these teams are pure trash, man. I swear, what is this? A battle of the 1 and 5? 2 wins combined for both of them. Cleveland at home. But if Cleveland wins, there's going to be one game more we're going to have to put up with Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I hate to say it. I kind of want Gabriel to keep doing what Gabriel's been doing so we can see to do it. But I don't think the Dolphins got anything for them in Cleveland. I think Cleveland defense can dominate this game, and eventually they'll win by like a field goal or something. And Dylan Gabriel, he's good enough to make a pass or two to get him in field goal range. It ain't going to be much offense for either team. I'm going to go to Browns by default.
Go ahead. Why? Why default?
Because I don't think the Dolphins don't have anything. I mean, you already see Tua and the offense, the Dolphins, they get falling apart right now. You got Tua making statements, calling folks out, then coming back apologizing for the statements that he should have made. I think Tariq is gone. The Browns, they'll have enough defense to keep the Waddle. They'll have enough defense to keep Waddle in check. They're not going to let the Dolphins run over them. I mean, Garrett is leading the top 5 defense. They are going to keep the Dolphins in check in check long enough for Gabriel to make a pass or two to get the Browns in field goal range to win this game either 6-0 or 9-0, or maybe 9-3. I just don't think the Dolphins have anything for Cleveland's defense in the dog pound. And I don't think Cleveland will have much, but they'll have enough to kick a few field goals to win this game. Maybe Dylan will throw a lucky touchdown or something, but Cleveland gonna win this game. I think the season is over with for the Dolphins. I think Mike McDaniel is on his way to being a next coach fired, and I just think Tua wrote his own. I think Tua sealed his own fate with him coming out in the media this week, running off at the mouth, and then having to come back and apologize like a dumb moron.
Coach, you buying what Red is selling?
No, it's Tua time. He ready. He coming back. It's Tua time. He gonna come out and show why he was one of the best quarterbacks in his own division. I mean, I'm sorry, Tua time. I'm going to Dolphins. Tua time.
Who you got with the Panthers versus Jets?
Jets upset. First win of the year for Aaron Glenn. And then he does the stupid Earth, Wind, and Fire dance that he was doing. So, yeah, I'm going with the Jets. Upset.
Okay. Coach, do me a favor. I need you to DJ Emergency just came up. I got to attend to. I'll try to be back.
All right.
Finish it up.
All right, here we go. Red Panthers, Jets.
I'm intending to go with what you just said. You know, I will need the Panthers winning, but I think Jets are a bad team. I think Aaron Glenn is going to be one and done, but he's good enough. They're good enough to win against the Panthers. But I tell you this, Coach, if they lose to the Panthers and he go 0-7, he might be going to start and just typing up his resume. Because he's going to be gone. Yeah, 0-7, yes, and you lose. I mean, this dude losing the team. He losing to the star of his team I thought he was better than. So I'm going to say the Jets. But both teams, I don't think any team is better than either or. Because, I mean, the Panthers, they got that issue. But the Panthers been playing some good ball lately. So, boy, but the Jets at home, but man, Aaron, if you can't win this game, it's time to go back to the sport. But I'll take the Jets. I'm with you. I'm just going to take the Jets by default.
All right. Rams and Jaguars, they playing overseas. Who's going to win this one? Now, remember, Puka Nuka is out for the game, so it could be interesting. Jaguars and Rams, and they said also that Travis Hunter going to get a little more playing time on offense.
That's probably the main reason I'm taking the Jags. The Jags had to let down last week against I forgot who they played last week, but they had to let down. So I think they're gonna bounce. I think Green Bay. That's who it was, Green Bay. So I think they're gonna bounce back this week against the Rams, who, like you say, they're missing Puka, and after they had a good game last week, and they overseas, and you know, Jags, they play well overseas. That's like they second home. So they're going to their second home. They'll get a win. They'll bounce back. Travis will have a decent game. They'll let ETN run the ball a little more and try not to put Sunshine in too many bad position. But as long as they don't turn the ball over doing crazy stuff like that, I think the Jags will be ready to bounce back. You can bounce back.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Rams barely. They gonna squeak it out. Wasn't they gonna make some plays? Tutu Atwell might be out too. Ugh.
Oh, he out too.
He might be. I think he might be playing. But I'm gonna go with the Rams too. All right, let's see. Coach's corner says Dolphins. The VP says Panthers. Murray Thrower, the Prime Minister, says, "Good afternoon, everyone. I'm late, but I'll check out the replay."
Nah, you ain't late. You the reason Coach got knocked off earlier.
Jerome says Panthers. The coach's corner says if they run, the Kittens win.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Jerome K said Dolphins. Coach's corner said Jags. They playing pretty good ball. And Jerome K said Jags Travis will finally go off and have over 100 yards. They pretty know how they play. They playing more, so we'll see. All right, next game. Yeah, this is a tough one here. Eagles and Vikings. One team is sliding. One team is still doing okay, and McCarthy might be back. I'm gonna go with the Eagles anyway because I just the Vikings. Jefferson probably don't have his usual big game, but I don't think he's gonna be able to supplement if McCarthy comes back or Wentz play. I don't think they got enough of that Eagles defense. Who you got, Eagles or Vikings?
Coach, I'm surprised here. I'm gonna go with the Vikings and Carson Wentz revenge game. I mean, they at home. And they say Carson gonna be playing because McCarthy's out. So Carson, you get it. So you get some revenge. You get a chance of revenge against your old team. You bet you go. Just says you want nothing. Just get out of here. And you still in the league. So I mean, like you say, Jefferson playing this week, and you still Minnesota got all their weapons back this week. So Carson, I mean, you got weapons now, so you really ain't got no excuse to go out there and play bad, and you still got to turn the ball over. The Eagles, they going through their usual troubles right now. So this is a good time to take advantage, Carson, while the Eagles going through it right now. I'm gonna go Vikings in the upset, Coach.
All right, the Vikings in the upset. Okay, next game. This is an interesting game. Colts versus the Chargers. Who you got? Colts versus the Chargers.
You're definitely right. It's definitely interesting. You got Indiana versus Justin Goldberg. Because, boy, you don't do nothing when you really need him to. Yeah, he put up plenty of numbers, but man, when you really need that game from Justin Herbert, boy, you don't disappear. And Indiana been playing good all year long, and the Colts been playing good all year long. I want to ask Coach something. Is it because Kathy is on the sideline? Is it her presence on the sideline is making Indy play? But I want to see some more pictures of the owner on the sideline because man, she got her boys playing pretty good right now, making Dad old proud. So Colts what 5-1? Indiana Jones balling, Jonathan, the running back is balling, and you got some receivers stepping up. You got I always forget these receivers' names we're talking about the coach. But anyway, they stepping up, and the defense is playing pretty solid. So I know we all thought the Chargers was a contender when they started the season, but they started off hot and they don't kind of drifted back down, which what the Chargers do because they always have injuries. And I'm gonna go with Indy. I'm gonna go Indy over the Chargers because the Chargers are still injured, not playing their best ball. Yeah, if they play a okay team, they're catching, but Indy playing pretty good right now. So Chargers, you got to prove to me that you can beat a team playing real well right now. Because I just don't believe it. Coach.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with the Chargers for the slight upset. I think the Colts are due to fall sometime soon, and this might be the game that picks them off right here. All right, let me scroll back. All right. See if it's gonna show. The VP said he got the Eagles over the Vikings. All right. Alexis. Who Alexis said? Alexis got the Panthers. I don't know where the Panthers came from. That was back a while back over the Jets. All right. Coach's corner said I got the Vikings in the upset.
I'm with you, Coach.
Jerome said the Eagles get back on track for the win. Yeah, they got some internal issues with their own people. So, let's see. Alexis said Eagles. Jerome K said Chargers. I don't believe in Indianapolis. Alexis said Chargers as well. And the coach's corner, he said the coach, they playing really good ball and definitely is playing lights out. All right.
I'm with you, Coach.
Next game, we'll pick first. Giants against the Broncos. This is a quiet, kind of sleeper kind of game, but I'm gonna look at the Broncos to beat the Giants. Jackson Dart is playing well. He probably still gonna play well, and they got old Scatterboo out there running around. But the Broncos got one of the best defenses, so I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Who you got, Red?
Yeah, I'm with you. Giants are playing well, but you're in the Broncos' house, and their defense is playing lights out right now. I mean, defense keep playing like they're playing. Bo Nix don't need to make that many plays to win this game. Now, if the defense don't play well, and they let Scatterboo and Dart go off, then Nix don't have to make some plays to win this game. But I still think he should be able to make more plays than Jackson Dart at this point in his career. I mean, Jackson a rookie. You got some experience, both. So they both. They both. If you think about it, coach, both of them, both quarterbacks play the same type style. That they crazy, kind of style. I'm a rah rah. Yeah, I'm make plays with my feet sometimes, make plays with my arms sometimes, but the way to rally the team around them. But I think since you in Nixon's house, I'm gonna give him the edge over Dart. If we was in New York, I'd probably get Dart the edge.
All right. Next game, Packers versus Cardinals. Who you got, Packers or the Cardinals?
Cardinals reeling, and they reeling fast. They started off fast, but now with injuries to Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison, and still after letting Tennessee beat them 2 weeks ago, I think that was thing is gonna break this season for them, and now they're gonna start drifting back. Jonathan Gannon, I'm not sure you survive this. We'll see, but the Packers are gonna win this season.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers too. I don't see Cardinals putting up a good enough effort to beat them, so I'm gonna go with the Packers. All right, who wins this one? Commanders versus Cowboys, the NFC East showdown. Commanders or the Cowboys?
Dallas is at home, and if y'all have any hope of staying in this playoff race, you had better win this game right here. I mean, y'all already let the Panthers come back and beat you, but this is a divisional game. It has more value. The divisional wins are more valuable than conference. So you better win this one, Cowboys, or this season, or you don't lose the whole of this season real fast. You got to get this win versus Commanders, stay afloat. Commanders, they got some injuries right now too. Both of their receivers are out. The running back not really heavy. He's pretty much Jalen Daniels out there by himself, so the defense not even playing that well. Like you said, Dan Quinn is overrated defense. So Cowboys, you gotta take advantage. You gotta take advantage of it. I'm going with the Cowboys.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Commanders because I think they can rebound after that loss last week against the Bears. That was an emotional game, and it was raining. They playing in Jerry World, so I think the Commanders are going there and go against Jerry's so-called tough defense and win. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Let me see what the nation has to say. All right, let's scroll back up. All right. The VP says he's going with the Chargers. He also said he's going with the Broncos to win. All right, let's see. Coach's Corner says Broncos gonna blow the doors off the Giants. All right. Alexis says Broncos as well. The VP says Packers. Jerome says Packers. Alexis says Packers. Cardinals look like they ain't getting any love from anybody. All right. That's why the Cowboys and Commanders. Coach's Corner said high scoring game, but I'm going with Wes Daniels. Washington Daniels is going to make up for last week.
No, you know.
Alexis said Cowboys. Jerome says Commanders over Cowboys. Jerry's going to have a fit. All right. VP said good old rivalry. Cowboys versus the Indians. I'm hoping Jaden Daniels has a career game against them girls.
Oh my God. Now, do y'all understand? Commanders don't have no weapons now. Y'all think Jalen gonna go out there and do all this by himself? Okay, y'all just boy. Y'all do realize Terry McLaurin not playing. Debo Samuel is questionable. Austin Eckler already hurt, and the young running back they have, well, he a fumbling machine. So, man, okay, we'll see now.
And Jerome said the Giants. All right, next game. Let me scroll back here. Now this might be the game of the week right here. Buccaneers versus the Lions. Who you got? Buccaneers or the Lions? They in Detroit.
I'm not just saying this because I want Tampa to lose. Tampa is gonna lose, and they're gonna lose badly to Detroit. Detroit is gonna put up on whooping on them, and this is the reason why, coach. Tampa Bay, they too injured. I mean, they losing players week after week after week. Remember the Eureka kid, the wide receiver who's showing out. Now he hurt. Now, so all their top 10 receivers are gone. Lucky Irvin is gone. You still got Ricard, Shaw Brooks or Harris, but it's like, man, I mean, Baker just keep losing all his weapons, and you going up against a buzzsaw in Detroit. They got all their weapons, and then they lost to Kansas City last week, so you know they're gonna be mad. They come back and get a win at home. So I tell you what, if Baker wins this game, just give him the MVP right now. But it ain't gonna happen. Detroit is gonna blow the doors off of Tampa Bay and put it to where the Falcons can be going for a tie for first place next week.
Well, Mike Evans is supposed to be back, so they say. I don't know. He's supposed to be back, but that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions too. I think the Lions are gonna be. They're at home. They got, like you said, they got everybody. So I'm gonna go with the Lions. All right. Texans versus the Sea Chickens. I'm gonna go with them old Sea Chickens at home. They got the home field advantage. And the Texans don't know which way they gonna go. They gonna be because CJ Stroud hit that wall sometime, and he'll come up and make some plays. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm with you. CJ Texans, unless they play a team like Tennessee that they can't score or somebody can blow out, they offense usually be stagnant too. And now you going up against Seattle, yeah, Sam Darnold playing some good football right now. He still can make the occasional mistake or two. But Mike McDaniel, let's give Coach Mike McDaniel credit, man. The way he got Seattle's defense playing pretty solid. And like you say, Sam Darnold got the offense moving the ball. And Coach, I think we underestimated Seattle. They're gonna be a team to be reckoned with. As long as Sam Darnold keeps and I'm gonna tell you another player, the wide receiver from Ohio State. Man, I didn't know he was that good. Boy, the dude with 3 names. You know who I'm talking about from Seattle?
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah.
That kid is showing out up there. So the chemistry that him and Sam Darnold having, plus the defense that Mike McDaniel is coaching, and them 2 running backs, Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. I like what they doing up there. So I like the Seahawks. The Seahawks over the Texans. Big time. Because they at home with 12 names.
Yeah, I'm going with the Sea Chickens too, because I think they're ready. Let's see. The Texans, like I said, still too up and down. Buccaneers and Lions. The coach's corner says Lions. The Bucks been skating by. It's Lions time. The VP says Baker probably gonna finally have a bad game. Lions by 10. Alexia said Lions. All right. Jerome Case said Lions are going for at least 30 points, which they got the ability to put up, so I ain't gonna doubt it. Let's see. Coach Corner says Seattle. Alexis says Texans in an upset. Jerome says Texans. And VP says Texans. All right, now to the final game, the big game. Two teams going two different directions. All right, tell us why the Falcons going to beat the 49ers.
Because we have to. You understand? We out here trying to make a statement, and we trying to get teams on our bandwagon. The only way you do that is with wins. Like Coach say, the 49ers, they're a little injured right now. They going that way. It look like we going this way, but we got to prove it by going into San Fran and beating the 49ers like we don't beat up Buffalo and Washington the past 2 weeks. Now, true, they was home games, and this was on the road, but we went up to Minnesota and showed out too. Now, that was inside the dome, and this one is outside. So like my man John Harris said, we're looking for our first outside victory this year. So come on, Falcons. We got everybody right where we want them. We got NFL pundits looking at us. We got the fans believing in us. So this is not the time for one of these, Falcon letdowns in San Francisco. So just go up there, play your game, offense. Bijan, keep the ball in his hands, mix it up, use London, use your receivers. Defense, supposed to be missing Jalen Walker this week, but I think we still might have enough to put some pressure on Mac Jones and get the San Francisco offense disoriented enough to get this victory for us. So I'm gonna go Falcons. Even though they on the road, they playing their old coach in Shanahan, and we know Kyle Shanahan can come up with game plans for any situation. I just believe, I'm starting to really believe that Jeff Over got this Falcons defense where we want it. And I'm starting to believe that Zach is getting this offense where it needs to be. So let's go, Falcons. Don't let me down. Rise up, baby. 4-2. Loaded.
All right. Let me see who the nation has picked. Only a couple of them. The VP says Mac Pig Body Jones and Greg Kittle coming back. I think we eat this one out against the up-and-coming Falcons. All right, so he's picking the Niners.
18.
Jerome says Falcons. And Alexis says Falcons by 3. All right. Those are the picks, the Falcons. And that'll be Sunday night game, so we will see what happens.
Red versus Vincent for Sunday night. Woo! But, That's right, Vincent. You know we're gonna be having some things to talk about next week. Anyway,
Yeah,
we got to keep going.
All right, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. All right, music off. All right.
And Coach, let me just say, Vanderbilt is beating LSU 14-10, and LSU missed the field goal.
All right, Vanderbilt is leading so far. All right, let me take this off. We have come to almost the end of our show, and now we have to ask who or what or somebody has the right to do something. Red, who you got? Who has the right to do what?
All right, probably don't say it before. I'll say it again. The NBA season is upon us, and Atlanta Hawks, especially you, Trae Young, you have the right to start off hot. We need a hot start down here in Atlanta so we can get these fans on our side and build for this season. This season is wide open in the East. I ain't talking about the West. I'm just talking about the East. The East is wide open, especially for a team like the Hawks. So, this is a season of no excuses, Hawks fans. I'm talking to especially y'all Hawks fans. No excuses. Trae Young either is mature and good enough to lead us where we need to be, or he ain't. I don't care nothing about his stats. I don't care about 20 points and 10 assists. That don't mean nothing if the Hawks ain't winning, okay? So it's either Trey is leading us to wins and leading us to the top of this Eastern Conference, or he not. And if he ain't, Hawks, you have the right to move on from this guy and get us a point guard in here that's going to lead us somewhere. No ifs, ands, or buts about this. Non-negotiable. Hawks, you either win or it's time to get rid of Trae Young. You have the right to do that. Can't wait for the season to start. Looking forward to the Hawks and the Lakers. And Coach, I know you're looking forward to your Sacramento Kings.
Oh, Lord. Oh, gosh. Yes, Sacramento. Yes. I'm going to be ready for that exciting.
I don't with this year, y'all, because Westbrook ended up.
Of Sacramento basketball. Nothing I've ever said before in my life. Sacramento basketball.
I give you credit, Coach. You loyalty to your player. I wish you had stayed with OKC. Cause look what if you had stayed an OKC fan, you would have had a few down years. But look, you'd be right back up at the top right now. So you gonna when Westbrook retire, you gonna pick an NBA team or just go with another player?
Team. I might just watch and just be impartial and see what's going on, and that's about it. See who's doing what, and because
ain't no other player. You don't have another player on your radar right now.
Not really. I mean, it's some I like. It look like most of them getting hurt. I like Halliburton for some reason. He no favorite of mine, but I like his game, and I can't be a Jason Tatum fan because he went to that school on the other side of Carolina. I don't know what the name of the school. What school he go to? Carolina, Coastal Carolina.
I think it begins with a D.
Duke. That's right. He went to Duke. All right. Well, there we go again, y'all.
Oh man, what is that dude cooking over there, Coach? Yeah, he gonna burn down y'all place. Anyway, Coach, I'm gonna let you go ahead and deal with your fire alarm. Tell Buddy to stop cooking them roast beef over there. Lord have mercy. Tell Coach, tell him to use microwavable stuff. What is he cooking? Is he cooking something for everybody? All right, but Coach, you deal with that. And it was another good show, y'all. Episode 394. We'll all be back next week for episode 395. Coach, Rev, your boy, Rev Night Crew. Thanks for keeping us whole. And we will see you all next Saturday. And I'm gonna let Coach go grab his fire extinguisher and handle that business. Coach, we turning Coach into a member of Chicago Fire over here, man. We're gonna give you a TV show, man. See, what's gonna be Atlanta Fire? But anyway, all right, Coach. I'll see you next week. We'll see what's going on with these games, man. But let's go UGA and let's go USC. All right, y'all. We out. Thanks for having us. See y'all next week, baby. Peace.